out to prophesy the downfall of America, which you see is happening before your very eyes. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem HaKadosh. We give a double honor to our apostles and elders, great millstone, and sincere shalom to you, occupants of the four winds of the earth, of the planet, pushing this truth and sincerity. All right, we're here another day, and things are getting worse and worse for you so-called Americans. All right, but as things get worse for you, it's getting better for the hopeful elect, the men that are prophesying and laboring in this truth. You Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. Get the sign, bro. You are the children of the Most High, and we're coming into the times that are going to get evil out here. All right, the times are going to get bad. All right, especially for you people, 2/3 of you mainly, because you've forsaken the Heavenly Father and His prophets and His Word. All right, we're coming into evil times that you have never seen before. The times is going to be worse than 1,000 purges, 1,000 horror movies. All the end of the world movies you ever saw in your life is going to happen in this lifetime. Right. All right, and you're going to be a part of that movie. All right, if you're not on this sign, if you're not right with the Heavenly Father, if you're not right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, and the ones that are doing that are the ones that are prophesying, the ones that fear the names of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, that fear the Most High. All right, someone get that. Either one, man. Ecclesiastes or the.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not.
He's saying, remember the Creator. The Creator is the Most High and His Son. All right? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Remember your power, your true power, not Jesus Christ, not Kemet, not Allah, not all these false deities, these false idols that our people are so heavy in. Hey, Most High, I always give you an example. He look more like a Kemet nigga, a Muslim nigga, man. You know?
He looked like Quanaf and Fopi with a do-rag.
Yeah. You know, our people are in that spirit like, oh yeah, you know, you guys doing the righteous thing, but where are you at? You know, he said, remember the Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not. And the evil days are at the doorstep. The evil days are here. Okay. All right, Edom is coming down with great wrath, like it says in Revelations 12 and 12. He know he got a short time, so if someone got a short time to live, he's gonna bring any and everybody down with him, and he's gonna try to jack him up too, and that's what he's gonna do to you Israelites.
Right. You finish that, bro. Start back up from the top. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
And those days are coming, where the Most High is gonna say, hey, Yahweh Shai gonna say, I never knew you. Oh, we went to church, we went to Sunday school, went to Bible study on Wednesday, we did all this and that. The Most High is not dealing with these churches. The Most High is not even dealing with 2/3 of His own people. All right? But hey, you're gonna find out very soon. All right, with this coronavirus, with Esau calling in millions of troops in here, what are he calling troops for? To come down mainly on you Israelites. He ain't coming calling troops to come down on Edomites. Go ahead.
I just want to say real quick, you made a good point. I hadn't considered it. You can't congregate for church.
Yeah.
You cannot even congregate for your church because it can't be more than 10 people in there. Mm-hmm. That's the Most High doing that because He's not with that whole setup. All right. How long is it going to take you to understand that place is doing nothing but slowly pulling all your money out and putting demons on you further? It's not earning you no credits towards salvation. It's not earning you anything of any righteous positivity. We're not pushing out no wisdom. We're not pushing out any prophecies. So what good is that place but to go there, hear a little bit of song and dance, and to give your money away?
For so many years, they've been teaching this fake-ass pre-tribulation. It was open. Looking to be raptured up out of here before all hell broke loose.
Yeah.
But now, you know, they're saying that even in what they call the house of the Lord, they're not even able to gather. Show you that whole religion is just vanity. Yep. It's not of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He building down temples made with hands. The temple is now the man, the Israelite man that's serving the Heavenly Father and His Son.
That's right.
Offering up sacrifices through Yahweh Shai.
You guys are supposed to come out and offer yourselves a living sacrifice, not necessarily unto us, But before the church, before the temple, we're out there as a temple.
Spiritual.
Yeah.
We're the only church standing. We're gathered. The Lord said, "Two or more gathered in my name, I'm in the midst."
And where y'all at? This could be the very last camp on earth.
Okay.
This could be it. In America, in Vegas, wherever, this could be it. And you guys are still at home.
Church.
You guys are at home, still putting your Sunday clothes on, getting ready to eat greasy ass pork chops or whatever the fuck you're gonna eat today. Just waiting to catch a missile. That's all. You don't even know what the missiles have to do with these end times. You don't know what's coming for you.
Yeah.
But you still get dressed up. You got it, bro.
Verse 2, while the sun or the light or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. And the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men
when
shall...
society fully break down, then what? Because the keepers of the house are looking at this and they're seeing that there's no positive future. You people can see it now too. Because everybody that you know around you looks like is going to eventually catch this coronavirus and possibly die. But we're out here boldly still proclaiming the word of the Heavenly Father.
That's right.
Standing and showing you the last path to righteousness. Okay? To acceptance to the Heavenly Father.
Your last chance, it's your last chance in righteousness.
So if you don't mind, Salaki, we'll start back at the very top and just read down to where you had to go.
Ecclesiastes 12:1. Remember now thy Creator in the days of thy youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them. While the sun, or the light, or the moon, or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain, in the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease, because they are few.
It's like the grinding is ceasing because there's no work. And grinding is, in the ancient world, was synonymous with work being done in the city. So you clearly see that America is shut down. All right, from coast to coast. All right, no one's generating any money. You see these businesses looking for bailouts, looking for probably going to file for bankruptcy eventually. You see the grinding has ceased. The mirth in this place is on an all-time low. But what do you Israelites do? You're still hoping and wishing that this place is revived, that somehow America is going to be built again, or America is going to be built up. The scripture says, they shall build, but I will throw down.
Okay.
The Most High is in the process of throwing this place down. And you Israelites that don't see that, you're going to get swept away right with it.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead.
And those that look out the windows be darkened.
Hey, our people looking out the windows, looking for the future of this place. And it says it'll be darkened because there is no future in America. There's no future here trying to prosper. And like the brother was alluding to earlier about the churches continue to push that prosperity doctrine. That, once we get by this, we'll be back. No, it ain't no getting by this. All right, this is only going to get worse. It's going to get worse and worse here in America.
Okay.
Can I hit this one right quick? Amos chapter 5, verse 18. Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light. This goes back to what the brother was saying about the churches. They're still talking prosperity, but really the days that are coming are real evil. If you're thinking you're going to escape the pre-tribulation, but it tells you right here that everybody got to go through this bad, dark, evil time.
Okay.
But the men of the Lord and the elect are gonna make it through those times through the strength of power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
That's right.
That's back. I just want to hit that one more.
And the door shall be shut in the streets when the grinding, when the sound of the grinding is low.
And the grinding is low. There's no work. It said the doors will be shut. And the doors of America are literally shut for business. You got some businesses open, but the majority of these businesses are shut. Therefore, it's not generating money. And America is a consuming country. All right. So if people aren't buying stuff, then this place is grinding to a slow grind, pretty much. You know what? Someone that had it get that Daniel 12. You gotta paint this picture for Jake, because Jake they really don't get it. You gotta like I said, paint the picture and show them that your baby's going to be eaten and killed and your women raped and ravished. Thus they have the scriptures.
Yep.
That's the reality of the times that we're living. That's the things that are to come. That's the things that your churches is not telling you. Ain't nobody in the church going into martial law. Ain't nobody going into a famine. All right, they even not. It's clearly pestilence out here. It was spoken of in the scriptures, and they not even going into that. All right.
Look at Vocab's page. You go to his page, like right now, there's no videos talking about prophecy. There's no videos talking about this pandemic. There's no videos talking about the unrest that people are resorting to because they're losing their livelihoods. He's not touching on anything that's what you can consider prophetic according to the scriptures. And what is the testimony of our Lord?
Yeah, the spirit of prophecy.
So these people, they don't have it, man. In the church, the Christian church, Islam, all these different false religions out there, you don't have it, man. Notice how we're still standing through the midst of this. You can't even gather. You know?
Get that scripture, bro. Daniel 12:1.
Yep.
And at the time, this is Daniel chapter 12 and verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people.
And Michael's the archangel Michael, the angel of war. It's going to get so bad out here that an angel has to stand up for the elect. They don't realize the power of what one angel can do, and it's going to get that bad where an angel got to come be a crutch for us to lean on. Those are bad times. Like finish the scripture. It's going to say it.
Hey, you know what that means? That means it's going to have to take divine intervention for the Lord's elect to be preserved until the day of the Lord. Because if the Lord didn't have the angels out, we more than likely die. That's how bad it's going to be.
If the days were not short, there would be no elect, no one to save. But that's because the divine intervention is going to have to step in. You need that. So how much less for the people that don't know this word?
And it's already, the Most High is dealing with his elect on a certain level right now, where he may provide divine intervention, like not to go down history, but in that day, it's going to be, the divine intervention is going to be on a whole nother level, where angel can literally carry you across the street or something, or move you away from getting hit.
Hey, like the example, like the example of that Peter was locked up, and the angel came and opened up the jail, stuff like that. Like, who was the man? Like, how did he get everybody to sleep when they watched? And the man opened up and crept out and nobody felt nothing.
Hey,
stuff like that. You gotta really be able to foresee that miracles like that are gonna happen. That's part of your faith and part of your belief. We truly believe those things are gonna happen to us. Lord willing. Okay?
Hey, man, I remember I made a statement a few days ago, and I did a video on how the eyes of the Lord, the chariots, are starting to just be noticed. It's become a worldwide phenomenon. Very common now. People are catching, chariots on their cameras. But I said, sometimes you might get into situations where if an angel wasn't somewhere nearby, you probably wouldn't have made it through it. The angels have the ability to work on people's minds. So let's say if you had an encounter with an enemy, with an officer, a modern day Roman centurion, and they try to come against you and persecute you. Well, an angel could be somewhere in the clouds somewhere, just looking down at you in your situation. And the Lord basically sent that angel to work on the mind of that particular officer to basically, or on you, to basically get through that situation. Whether the Lord put the spirit on your enemy to show mercy to you, or however it may be. So when the Lord said, I'm going to have Michael, the archangel, stand up for the people, that means that the Lord's going to bring divine power to protect us. And we're going to need that divine power because Esau got everything else sewn up. That's why the weapons of our warfare is not carnal, but spiritual.
That's right. Start from the top, bro.
Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at the time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since, such as never was since there was a nation.
It's in a time of trouble, okay? Not a time of pre-rapture, not a time of mirth, not a time of prosperity, a time of trouble. We're living in that time of trouble. We're at the beginning of that time of trouble. Like the scripture says, it's the beginning of sorrows. All right, a time of trouble. And all these Israelites, some of these Israelite groups out here weren't preaching or pushing this time of tribulation, this time of trouble. So there's a lot of blood on their hands. The Catholic and the Christian church and Kemet, they ain't pushing this time of trouble. Only ones that's pushing this time of trouble is the true, sincere man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. We've been warning you, our apostles and elders been warning y'all for 30 plus years of this time, of this day that is happening right before our eyes.
Right.
If someone get Jeremiah 30:7. Because that time of trouble is gonna come amongst the whole world.
God.
All right, but it's specifically gonna hit you Israelites hardest. Okay?
It's Ezekiel chapter 21 and verse 9. Son of man. Oh, I'll start at 8. Again, the word of the Lord came up to me, saying, Son of man, prophesy and say, Thus saith the Lord, say, a sword is sharp and also furbished. It is sharpened to make a sword slaughter.
Hey, that sword slaughter is gonna be you Israelites. Who's the Most High is sharpening that sword through Esau. Esau is the Most High's sword. Like I said, Esau is coming down with great wrath. And that great wrath is an accumulation of things. Ultimately, it's bankrupting you niggas, starving you niggas out, pushing more pestilence on you niggas, you 2/3, all right, and ultimately killing you, okay? And the ones that don't go to that, Esau's gonna put that chip in you, and ultimately, Yahweh Shai is gonna take you out.
Right.
So that sword is being furbished, all right? And a part of this pestilence is a part of that. Don't think that Esau, this COVID-19, Esau wasn't planning this. It's just a matter that it backfired on his ass, and now his country is getting jacked up the most.
I can't even say it backfire. This looks like the part of the plan.
Yeah, good,
Looks like part of the plan. You know?
Yeah, these devils, they don't care. We talking about the higher ups. They don't give a damn about these average, low-level whites.
We also mean you presidential candidates and you officials. None of you guys matter. If Donald Trump came out with the coronavirus, that's still right along with what the elites plan is. They just jumped to plan B, which is to finish out plan A with somebody else.
Yep.
That's it. It's not, but ultimately it's the plan of the Heavenly Father. That's where you guys aren't scared enough at. You're not afraid that this is also part of the Heavenly Father's plan, which is more important than any other version of the plan that you should be considering. All right? That's still on y'all.
Verse 10. It is sharpened to make it so slaughter.
Yeah, it's like I want to say. Imagine if a butcher is in the butcher shop or in the slaughterhouse, he's up there sharpening the sword. Them pigs or whatever kind of animals that's in that slaughterhouse, they know that that's for them. You people don't see that this is being sharpened up for you. They're bringing troops to the soils of America. There's no war going on here yet. But you see how these riot police were already acting when you just try to go fight for Black Lives Matter or whatever, marching for that type of stuff. You niggas end up on the freeway where there's nothing there. I'm gonna stop the freeway. So, the street versions. You people don't understand. The minds of you people are just destroyed, and you don't even see that it's coming from you. With the Heavenly Father about to punish you.
Psalms chapter 7, verse 12. Let's start 11. Yahweh judges the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day.
And he's angry with you people every day because you don't take heed. We've been out here for years. The apostles have been decades, man. Out here for decades. You people will not pay attention to what the prophets are truly saying. You will not take the heed. A few of us are taking heed, but the majority of the people don't even recognize the signs that are right before them, let alone the prophets that are standing on the corner. To the lies that your church is telling you, all the way to the pestilence and all of the tanks and shit that's going on, the quarantines, the shutdowns.
And they don't even give the credit to the one who's doing it.
Right.
They're not thinking, okay, this is the Most High doing this. They think it's China. They think it's Esau.
Yeah.
They can't think of. They don't know that the higher power is in ultimate control.
Right.
Therefore, they don't fear the Most High. You know.
Verse 12. Going back to the example of the butcher. If he turn not, he will whet his sword, which means sharpen his sword.
Yep.
He had bent his bow and made it ready.
Everything's in place for your destruction. You people are at the slaughterhouse right now. You gotta prepare for the slaughter. At the slaughterhouse, you've been led away and the flock to the slaughter.
That's
True. And the fact that it's about going in a month to this quarantine, 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Here in America, your next rent check is due and no one has answers for you. The government's saying it's on the way, but if you didn't pay your taxes last year, guess what? If you didn't do this or that last year, guess what? You asked out. So what is this gonna do but anger the people? Why do you think the brother mentioned he bringing those troops in? He bringing them troops in because you niggas about to get out of control. You got about 2 more weeks when you're gonna be homeless.
The first is Wednesday. So most
2
people,
weeks, y'all gonna be on the street.
your landlord may extend it for a couple of weeks, but that's it. And a lot of these landlords, Edomite landlords, they don't give a shit about you. They don't care what's going on.
They don't give a fuck.
Hell no, they don't care about no jakes.
They want their money.
The mortgage companies ain't deferring your payments to another month. No, hell no. They don't give a shit if it's a pandemic or not. What's going on is a national emergency.
Hey, watch out, kid.
Hey, these are times we living in, man. You're gonna have wicked demonic spirits all throughout this place.
It's quiet. Watch your back, bro.
You know? All right, hey.
That's spirits.
It's spirits, demons. But like I said, it's gonna get worse than that. What you just saw right there, he gonna be on the loose, and he's gonna be on the loose, and your police is not gonna be able to save you from demons like that, and demons that are higher than that. You know? Who gonna save you from a bug out?
Yeah, that's Skeletor. Bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what I was thinking, bro.
Yeah.
I was thinking
I have
about
a lot of.
Yeah, a lot of those.
Hey, that you people have been looking down on, that are homeless, that ran into some bad problems, or maybe on drugs or whatever, and now you're gonna be out on the streets with them because you're gonna be evicted out your spot, no job. So now you gotta deal with those type of spirits walking around.
Now you gotta fight with them in a food line.
Yep.
You know?
Who's gonna win that battle?
Exactly.
They're ready for the battle.
Oh yeah.
You guys don't understand.
Yeah, they already got it in their mind that they ain't got nothing to lose.
You got nothing to lose, bro.
He ain't got shit to lose. And what you say last night? People lose it when they don't got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
For them to go ham, man.
Jerusalem.
Yeah, Con. Yeah. Con. Who's reading? Yes, well, yeah. Ezekiel 21.
Ezekiel 21, verse 10. It is sharpened to make it so slaughter. It is furnished that it may glitter. Should we then make martyrs?
Yeah, should we be happy? Should we be happy? The fact that all this bad stuff is about to happen? That's your church is still clapping it up, in the name of Jesus, and ain't nothing happening for y'all. Okay? They ain't prepare you for this moment. Good.
It contended the rod of my son as every tree, and he had given it to be furnished that it may be handled. This sword is sharpened, and it is furnished to give it into the hand of the slave.
Hey, to give it into the hand of the slave. It's gonna sit a death angel. It's gonna be you just getting you. And a lot of them gonna hop on these Edomites that's really gonna just let you Jakes have it, man.
Yep.
Coming down with great wrath. It's gonna let you guys have no. Hey neighbor, I need some sugar. You gonna get your ass sliced and diced or shot.
And I'm saying, a lot of these gun stores, they've been asked to shut down because so many people have been running up in them and buying up everything. Mainly Edomites.
They already say it's more guns in America than it is people.
Right.
So, and they're getting more. You know, you probably figure the gun purchases have increased in the past 2 weeks by 25%.
At least.
And Jake ain't got Jake getting the gun and getting it from some nigga on the street, getting a little quick, little throwaway or something.
Yeah.
Jake ain't in there buying these guns. This is Edomites.
Yeah.
You know? What do you think they're gonna do?
The records are for the Edomites. That's what they're taking record on, what Edomites are purchasing.
Gun. So hey,
you got Jakes that got some artillery.
Yeah, but they
because you know over in Chicago, you know they're known for dropping crates of
weapons.
like
Con.
military grade weapons.
By the famine and by the pestilence, but he that goeth forth
Yeah, there's different ways for you to die these last days. You're gonna go one of them, but this is that time that you're gonna a route is gonna be chosen for you to die if you don't take heed to this word. This is the only way out versus those avenues of death.
It said in a city, right? Cities is the when shit hits the fan. The cities is the worst place.
Con.
Right.
Cause you're gonna be running into everybody that all got one track mind. Yeah, survive.
Heavy populated.
So you
Heavy concentration.
yeah.
so
And then,
they're
especially if resources is limited.
it's gonna be less food,
Yeah.
less, you know, they shut the city down, it's gonna be less shelter. People gonna be out here, you know, just lawless. It's already lawless in some states here in America where they're not enforcing the full extent of the law. So how much more when it's complete chaos and pandemonium here? You know? You finished work, you got more?
But he that goeth forth of the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have his life for a prey and shall live.
Hey, because those Edomites that are really high up in leadership positions, they're not going to die like the rest of them. They're going to be in the underground bunkers. They're going to go up in these airplanes and try to go to the space stations or whatever. And they're going to have to come back down to Earth at some point where they're going to go right in chains. Okay?
Break that again.
So it's Jeremiah 38 and 2. Thus saith Yahweh, he that remaineth in the city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. But he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live.
Yeah, that's actually dealing with Jeremiah was prophesying how Jerusalem was going to get jacked up by the Babylonians, and anybody that basically resisted from, because that was part of the curse that we would be carried away from our land. So those that didn't comply, and basically they tried to put up a fight, that was what was going to happen to them. And then those that actually got took and carried away, they would actually be carried away, but they would be alive. Read that again. From the top? Yeah.
Go 2 through 3? Okay, got it. Jeremiah 38 and 2. Thus saith Yahweh, he that remaineth in the city shall die by the sword, by famine, and by pestilence, by famine and by pestilence. But he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have his life for a prey, and shall live. Verse 3. Thus saith Yahweh, this city shall surely be given unto the hand of the king of Babylon's armies, which shall take it.
Yep. So that's what that's saying.
Seize the city. And the same thing's gonna happen in these times. The people, these troops that are coming, what do you think they're already starting to send people off to these bigger facilities other than the hospitals to treat you. They're already talking about certain venues and sports arenas, certain malls, and we've been telling you Walmart and whatever else was going to be turning to this stuff. You know that they were going to make these FEMA centers for shipping and whatever else they're going to do, treating or whatever, and it's happening.
And you know what? A lot of the main cities that are being deemed as the epicenter of the so-called coronavirus, COVID-19, those are the areas, heavily condensed areas, where a lot of people are more prone to get infected. So people from that region, if they're caught fleeing for refuge into another state, them troops got to go around your. They searching you out at these different homes wherever you may have run to. If you went all the way up to Rhode Island, they're gonna snatch your ass up. They're gonna go from door to door, and if they see that you're a New Yorker, they're gonna put you in a quarantine for 2 weeks in a whole nother state. And they're even searching as far down as in Florida for New Yorkers. So Jake, it's a good number of you, because they were saying at the beginning of this thing, oh, blacks are immune to this. Blacks are going to get infected. They're not. But you seeing that it's hitting niggas.
And the California governor said that he expects that the California to get as bad as New York. So don't think they're going to do the same thing. If you try to flee California, they're going to come get your ass.
Carry you out.
Yeah.
Carry you away.
And that goes into 2nd Ezra 15, where it says you should be not be
So desire.
kind to water. Yep.
More.
Hey, and this is, really this is dealing with the history, but we're supposed to know the history. Because this is, the Lord always makes things happen. And it's like he repeats it in other, civilizations.
Nothing new under the sun.
So, hey, what was written aforetime was written for our learning.
That's right.
Jeremiah 38.
So, and you see the evil times that we had even back then. The Lord said, concerning this time, it's going to be worse than all these different calamities we faced in our old captivities.
Time has never seen before.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah, Book of Jeremiah 38 and 4. Therefore the prince said unto the king, we beseech thee, let this man be put to death, for thus he weakeneth the hand of the man of war that remain in the city, and the hand of all the people, in speaking such words unto them, for this man seeketh not to welfare of this people, but
Basically, what's happening here is they're mad that Jeremiah is pronouncing the evil that the Lord is getting ready to bring on Jacob by the hand of the Babylonians. So they're like, this nigga is crazy. He's saying bad shit's gonna happen to us. We need to do something about this dude. This is them basically speaking ill of a prophet, mistreating a prophet, wanting to basically put the prophet to death. For basically telling them, hey, the Lord said this, man.
For being a bearer of bad news.
If you try to revolt against these Babylonians, the Lord's gonna have them put you to death. You ain't gonna make it. You gonna die in the famine. You gonna die of the sword. Hey, that's why a lot of people don't like to watch us, because all we know for doing is prophesying. Everybody flocks to Christianity because you get to hear nothing but
sweet words.
Everything we say is not it's not going to be good news. The majority of the things that we're speaking of and prophesying about is not good news. But the good news is, of course, that you're Israelite. You're a son or daughter of the Most High. But other than that, it's bad news. It's bad news for America. It's bad news for the rest of this place. Bad news for 2/3 of our people. The good news is, we'll get the good news. The good news is the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
Good news is salvation, being redeemed.
Good news is that you had warning.
Yeah. Good news is that you got a chance. You have a chance to get salvation.
Finish it all the way up to 36. Jeremiah chapter 38, verse 5. Then Zedekiah, the king said, Zedekiah. Then Zedekiah, the king said, behold, he is in your hand, for the king is not he that can do anything against you.
Yeah, they was trying to get Jeremiah. Like, hey, all right, he as the king, Zedekiah was like, oh, well, if that's what he's saying, then hey, he's in your hand. Y'all can get it. And when you read up on what happened to Zedekiah, man, somebody could, let me see if I could find that account. I think it was Zedekiah that when they finally carried them away to Babylon, I think his sons was killed. He got his eyes gouged out. I want to say that was Zedekiah.
Zedekiah was the one that came and showed the Babylonians all the gold and stuff in the temple.
Oh, that was
Hezekiah. Okay.
Now, because he kept trying to pay him off. Hezekiah was trying to pay him off.
2 Kings 25. Hey, I'm glad you brought this scripture out because we can go into this is our part of our history. It's like verse 7 to 6.
This is
So like, hold that. Finish that. Yeah.
Then took Jeremiah 38:6. Then took thy Jeremiah and cast him into the dungeon. And
They put him in the dungeon. They probably tied him up. They probably like hung him down. They put him down the dungeon is like a well, right?
almost, yeah.
It's almost like a well, kind of.
But it's like a well, but it's like a cell down below.
Yeah, cell down at the bottom.
Yeah.
But you have to go through like a little narrow pit passage to get down there. So they put him down there. They kept trying to get up out there and he kept falling.
Yeah, come.
So that's where they had put Jeremiah. Showing you that the prophets were hated.
That today would be synonymous with what they kind of what Jake go through in prison,
Yeah.
as far as the whole.
Yeah, Con, that's what I was about to
Yeah,
say.
you know what I mean? Where you in
Solitary confinement.
yeah. But 1,000 times worse in those days. Because you didn't eat, you didn't have nothing.
Yeah, they
Communication, nothing. Go ahead, bro.
Malachiah, the son of Hamlech, that was in the court of the prison. And they let down Jeremiah with cords. So taking him back to the dungeon, dropped him down in it. And in the dungeon, there was no water, but mire.
Which is basically mud. They put him down there in a muddy pit, man.
So Jeremiah,
That got to be a very uncomfortable
Come on, bro.
position. That's total hell right there.
You put
That's torture.
Yeah.
Moisture in a situation like that, man. All types of
Bro,
bacteria,
Con, diseases.
all types of bad shit.
Yeah, not.
and then continue on to say, so Jeremiah sucked in the myrrh.
So you eat them in the dirt.
And Levi eat mud cakes. Up there in Haiti.
Yeah, Con.
But the ground was more nutrient than that. You know, now it's just a nasty ass taste. Because you think about it, not to say to eat dirt, but I'm simply saying you can get more nutrients from it than McDonald's though.
Yeah.
just think about that. You want him to keep reading? Or that was the point?
That was that was the point where he read get 2 Kings.
2 Kings.
What did the Lord ultimately do to King Zedekiah? Go ahead.
2 Kings 25:1. And it came to pass in the 9th year of his reign, in the 10th month, in the 10th day of the month, that Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, came, he and all his host, against Jerusalem and pitched against it, and they built forts against it round about. And the city was besieged unto the 11th year of Zedekiah. And on the 9th,
when we got sieged. It wasn't just 70 AD when Israel was sieged. That happened on numerous occasions, especially when it was our time to be conquered and taken out of our land.
And when they say siege, it wasn't just like, okay, everyone, come down to the. No, they kicking in doors and slapping people and doing what the fuck they want to do.
Yeah, they gotta kill some of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Whip your ass, slap you around, snatch your women up. Like,
yes. How much? So they said it's a time. These times we're living in at the time has never been before. How much more today? It's gonna be that much worse.
And like what they did to the one Jake that they said he was the one they were looking for, and they put like 100 rounds into his house, and like 66 went into him or something like that. Yeah, bro. And he wasn't even the one that they wanted.
They would do that Jake forever. Shoot him up and throw a gun.
Yeah. Flash banging.
Say, he shot at us first. That's all you gotta do. Let me finish this. Verse 3. And on the 9th day of the 4th month, the famine prevailed in the city, and there was no bread for the people of the land. It seemed like every time that Jake was being besieged, the same pattern. It was a famine. They kicked down your door. In 70 AD, they starved the people out. So they're gonna do the same thing today.
Yeah, a siege is basically when you surround, a fortified area. Fortify it, and you make sure nothing come in or come out.
Yep. Kind of like they're doing in Venezuela with the they won't let the food come in.
So they did that. The Babylonians did that to us then, to the kingdom of Judah. All right.
Verse 4. And the city was broken up, and all the men of war fled by night by the way.
And did not Jeremiah tell them that these things were going to happen, that they were going to come? He said it, and they wanted to put him in a dungeon. They wanted to, put hands on him. But now, they're now seeing that they have been among the prophets. See? Read that again.
And the city was broken up, and all the men of war fled by night by the way of the gate between two walls, which was by the king's garden. Now the Chaldees were against the city round about. And the king went the way toward the plain. And the army of the Chaldees pursued after the king and overtook him in the plains of Jericho. And all his army were scattered from him. So they took the king and brought him up to the king of Babylon in Riblah. And they gave judgment unto him.
Judged him. Go ahead.
And they slew his sons. He slew the sons of Zedekiah before his eyes.
So he had to watch his son get executed right in front of him.
I remember this. Because I was meditating on what happened to him. Think about the last thing you see.
Yeah, kind.
The son gets slaughtered. The father, the seed line, get killed off. And then they poke your eyes out. So you don't.
That's the last thing. That's the last thing.
Yeah.
That's torment. Man.
Yeah.
You rather
Now
die.
Now
you
you
rather
gotta
die.
live with that.
Now you gotta live with
thoughts
that.
in your mind. Most High is terrible, man. He put that idea in Babylonians' minds, man.
That's why you're supposed to fear the Most High. Don't fear man. Fear what the Lord can have man do.
That's right.
Because the Lord is in control, man.
Man's going.
Go ahead.
Verse 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be.
And there's never been a time that's coming like the time that we're going into now. But this will be the last time that we ever go through some shit like this. So shouldn't it be the worst? We're in the worst case scenario anyway. It might as well be the worst case situation to handle, to judge it. This is the worst condition of the people. Everything's the worst, so he got to do it. The Most High has to do his worst to put your people in fear forever. The world will be in fear of Yahweh forever.
That's
after
right.
this event. Okay? We don't even bring up often, but we touch on it. Leviathan's gonna be out here. To say it in a way that you can understand, a dinosaur is gonna be doing handiwork for him. We don't know that there's a dinosaur out here fucking up shit. You go into the water, there's dinosaurs and shit. There's missiles from World War III. There's the so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Most High. Okay, when does all of this ever happen? That was it, right?
This is on Luke chapter 19 and 41. And when this is speaking about the Lord. And when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it, saying, if thou hadst known, even thou, at least in this thy day, the things which belong to thy peace. But now they are hid from thine eyes. For the day shall come upon thee, that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee.
The siege going round about you like you in a siege.
And compass thee round, and keep thee in on every side.
And then when we did to Jericho, we marched around Jericho day after day, and then the last day, you know, that's how you besiege a city. That's what they're doing now. They've got you where you're not just interrupting shit, because they got you in the house. They're going to set up the checkpoints where they want them, which they've been flying around with helicopters, pinpointing and mapping out the cities. They're looking at it literally like a maze that they have figured out. That you people can't see from that above angle.
And they break it down into those FEMA zones too.
And they break it down into the zones of a city, but then they break it down regionally into the country.
Yeah.
That you can't go into, and it's basically the regions of your zip code, starting with 0 on the East Coast and ending with 9 on the West Coast. All right.
And really, all these states that make up America are their own countries in itself. You know, because they all have their own state laws and notice the laws are different in different states.
Where it say this state passed this law, this state passed this law. Like
that's why marijuana is not
Yeah.
So if you leaving from one state to another, that's like really going to like another country.
Hey, and that even because especially when you look at like when in the times where the North and the South were so-called separated, each state, you know, they had their specialized rules. Something that went down in Arkansas couldn't necessarily be ran in Georgia. You know,
exactly. It's like that's why Jake had to stay up
north.
north, because you know you went down past that Mason-Dixon line, your ass was captured and you was a slave again.
You
know,
so that's why, you know, with this whole quarantine situation, you some of these states that have low cases, they're not gonna tolerate anybody coming from epicenters. You coming from any of the epicenters in the country, you happen to come from that area, we're not going to tolerate you coming and spread that shit over here.
That's right.
You know? So, and that's what's happening right now. They're setting up checkpoints at almost, and it's looking like it's getting ready to happen in all states, where they finna basically set up shop at each state border to make sure people from other states are not getting in. Yeah. All right, I just heard that they set up one at the Florida-Alabama border, and also they're reporting that anybody entering into Texas from Louisiana, you're going to be quarantined for 14 days.
Texas, Louisiana, California, Washington, Florida, of course, New York,
all
epicenters. And you look, if you look at the map and see where they're positioned, bam, 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 Texas in the middle, you know. And
you're not going to be able to get. You can leave Colorado if you want because it's not there. But you can't go to California.
Somebody got these smartphone. Go to that same verse, Luke 19 and 23, trench. Look up the word trench. 19 and 4. Yeah, look at that scripture and look up trench.
The word trench is.
And that's the thing.
Somebody look up the word. I got a word. The word circumvallation.
Caracas.
That's
close to that word.
Yeah, kind.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's where it derives from, right?
It says a pale, a snake,
Yep.
palisade.
Right there.
Con.
Yeah, a palisade
Which is
or
basically
rampart.
when you put enough palisades or stakes in the ground,
Con.
you do it for a certain amount of time in a certain distance. It's basically like you're building a fence,
Con becomes enclosed.
so you can enclose
Yeah, con.
that area.
It's like how they used to do in the medieval times, where they would have a trench around their castles. What is it called? A moat. A moat.
Yeah,
Similar to that.
to barricade.
Yeah, protect.
That's like the GPS implements it. Because with the GPS they put all these stakes in the ground.
Yeah.
And that's why everything is on 5G and everything, internet.
Yeah.
Connected to that same frame of that points of reference to mark down a latitude longitude.
What does it say?
A palisade, a rampart, pales between which earth, stone.
I think palisade and rampart means like edge, like the end of something, like the boundary almost. I think so.
Pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together.
Yep. A fence, basically a wall.
Yeah, packed together. Yeah.
Like on 300 when they built that wall of dead bodies.
Oh, con.
Yeah, that's we're showing you what that is. Why they do that? So the troops couldn't come from that way. Couldn't go that way. So they had to be funneled into fighting those troops, where the numbers wouldn't matter as much.
What does it say in the Strong's definition?
Caruso, to sharpen to a point akin to G1125, through the idea of scratching a stake, i.e. the implication of a palisade, a rampart, military mound for circumvention in a siege.
Circumvallation.
Circumvallation, it's like
In a siege.
trench.
Somebody looked up circumvallation.
I got it.
Yeah, I bet circle means around.
Yeah, con.
It says it's a military term.
The military term.
Con.
So once again,
Yeah.
what are those 1 million troops about to do? What are these checkpoints for?
Right.
Come on, man.
I got a precept on 10 FEMA reasons.
I was trying to remember where that was at.
Revelation 11 and 13. And the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell. Which is the 10 FEMA zones that's broken up in America.
And once they divided it up, which if you look at where those checkpoints are at, brother was naming, that breaks down the whole region. And it serves as a hub, if you will, to branch out and lock off all these regions. Like an epicenter to lock off the regions of that FEMA zone.
And I bet if you look at the map, there is an epicenter in each FEMA region.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I like to see where those were particularly put at. I bet they're right near where they're going to cut it from the next from the next region.
And the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, which is the thermonuclear missiles, and the remnant were affrighted, which are the elect, and gave glory unto Yahweh of heaven.
And they make videos out there on YouTube that talk about America becoming like Nazi Germany. Well, here you go. Here you go. This is how, because what happened with Nazi Germany? They shut the city off so they could completely control it right before the war. What do you think they're doing now? So all the resources have to go into to the country to fight the war that they're about to go be thrusted into.
Con.
Same thing with here. Now think about it. If all these regions are shut off and they do a draft,
Yeah.
The FEMA regions.
That's
It's
right
not,
there.
it's not a coincidence that they're
Exactly,
setting
bro.
up checkpoints at each of these the borders of each of these FEMA regions.
these are literally where the I don't know if the camera can see it, but these are literally where the different zip codes
Yeah, zip codes, yep.
break down at. First number of the zip codes change
And I
right around
guarantee
there.
within a week, if not already, each FEMA region will have a hot zone.
Right.
California is part of one region. Seattle, Washington was a hot spot. Texas, Louisiana is on the same one. Florida, that southeast region. Of course, New York, the whole tri-state area. Chicago, the Midwest. Kansas City, and they have like a dot on there denoted. I mean, for each one, it's like a main city for each region, like Denver, Seattle, Oakland,
I bet they're the same one, but they're the big family.
Denton, Atlanta.
Yeah, that's what
That's why the scriptures always talk about how it's, those that be in the cities, so they're going to catch total hell in the cities. A lot of the evils that we get ready to see, a lot of it's going to be happening in these major cities, man.
And if you know anything about like the East Coast, they got people stacked on top of each other. So it makes it even that much more worse. And then let's not forget, they just began gentrifying those neighborhoods too, the Jake's neighborhoods. Now Edomite and Jake is right next door to each other. Ready to let loose. So now you're trapped in this region for the resources in the region. It's about to be all out race war, man. So they're gonna have to control this because they see it happen. They're gonna have to try to control it. That's what those million troops are for. While they got them, they might as well enforce other shit.
And a lot of these Edomites, like they live in the suburbs. I saw the video, and I think that Vice did, where you got Edomites that live in the suburbs that are paying for private security to basically block them from people coming their way, looking for food, looking for supplies.
Well, these gated communities.
That's what that's about.
Yeah.
They understood that they would have to. They don't want to be wandered off into the neighborhood.
Because it ain't about gated communities. Yeah, they keep burglars out or people. It ain't about that. It's more. It's because people get their houses broken into all the time in gated communities.
Yep.
It's to keep those mobs and mass people out.
Yep. And what did he say on self-therapy, the brother posted last night, right? I don't know if the game was to keep crime out or to keep our ass in.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have to consider both. There was an image when Obama talked about the FEMA camps. They come down to our facility and had the barbed wire faced in.
Yeah. So
on a drone. It was a drone, but they had the barbed wire faced in.
at the Denver airport, they have barbed wire and it's faced in. Yeah.
You ain't getting that.
And airports are going to be what they consider a concentration camp because it's already a secured perimeter.
Yep.
Where you have you have the barbed wire fence, you got the runway, and it's in plenty of space to see someone trying to escape.
Don't they have at the Mexico-California border? They actually have fences that have like multiple barbed wire, layers of barbed wire around it. And I think there was an image that would show how they have them actually inward instead of like on Mexico's side. It's actually on the American side. So basically you ain't getting out of America to go into Mexico.
What they say about Mexicans coming in though.
Right. Come on, man.
Who's stupid? Who's stupid?
And then you got Issachar down there like, hey, no Americans coming to this motherfucker. They was like, y'all ain't, for the first time in history, they like, nah, y'all not coming this way. And we not finna go up there. You know? We'll be all right in the barrios. Y'all motherfuckers, y'all can die.
Well, we told y'all.
Yeah.
We told them that, hey, eventually Mexico gonna realize that they ain't gonna be coming up here no more.
You ain't gonna want to come up here.
Mexico, they gonna realize that they're in a better position down there than here in America, than us here in America.
It sounds foolish.
Second Edges 15.
I got it.
When it talks about you try to run from basically you're gonna be running into if you escape the sword, you're gonna famine, or you escape the famine, the sword hit you.
15.
I think it's like in
20, 30 something.
15 maybe.
16.
You had a lot of Issachar, and it wasn't just Issachar. It was like a lot of those Zebulonites, Central Americans, South Americans that was fleeing through Mexico to try to come up here. And that was months ago.
Yeah.
They should have never made that move.
Yeah,
You came up here to catch all that hell, and now look,
all the ones that were the dreamers, and all that shit
came up here, and now it's
1622.
to get destroyed.
yeah.
Is this the one that you told about 1622?
Flee from the Lion.
Yeah.
That's Amos.
I got it.
No, that's
It's a
similar,
one.
yeah, kind of.
Right. This is 2 Ezra chapter 16, verse 22. Yep, it says, for many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape of hunger shall the sword destroy.
Yep. You're trying to flee from one situation. It's going to be led right to another.
Con, bro.
And they already showing those refrigerated trucks. Those refrigerated trucks aren't about being keeping people cool while they get tested. No, those are for dead bodies.
Con.
Those are for the dead bodies.
And they already had refrigerated trucks up in Canada because so many Edomites are ODing on them oids. They had no more room in the morgues. You know, the morgues were renting refrigeration trucks to store the bodies.
You know, once they fill it up, drive that away and bring them to home. Because watch what I'm about to read next.
Because eventually, those bodies in those refrigerated trucks, they say, man, take those motherfuckers over somewhere in a barn or somewhere in a ditch, burn them up, bury it, and then bring the truck back. Fill them up again.
So many bodies that they gotta throw out. Let me read the scripture.
Bro, they showed you in the movies, like they showed you in the movies how was Contagion. They were running out of those body bags.
That and in Walking Dead.
Yeah.
They had them all lined up in the back of the house, just outside. It says, verse 23, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to know. For the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. Yep.
Cities being cast down.
Right, broken down. They're breaking these cities down.
All these businesses shutting down.
Con.
You know, layoffs. That's basically taking away the economy of that particular state.
You got to think about how these cities are being shut down. These big buildings, these big government buildings, they're going to be used as possible concentration camps, big department stores, concentration camps, where they store and house multiple people.
Malls.
Malls, shopping malls. Yeah.
Con.
No.
Go ahead, bro.
More Skeletors are going to be on the rise here in America, man.
God, bro.
You know, hey.
It wouldn't be fitting if we were out here and the demons wasn't safe.
Oh, yeah.
They know what time it is.
Kind.
They ready to get loose on you people. They mad that we wanted you. They ready to just pounce on you people, man. That spirit that's coming in the earth, that second spirit that he talked about in Ezekiel the 9th chapter, that's ready to let loose, man.
Kind.
That's ready. That's like a fucking caged beast ready to be let out. And the Most High is holding it back with the four angels and the four winds. Right now, that destruction is about to go through the earth, man.
Kind.
People are not protected or not prepared for what's coming.
I got 2nd Ezra 15, but
We're still reading it, right?
yeah, well, I can start.
And that whole chapter.
Yeah, whole chapter.
Wait, so hold that.
We going
Hold that.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know where you want me to start.
We're in that time now. We're just now entering into that chapter. Those two chapters.
In these times, brothers, it's some first one I got 2nd Ezra 15, 16.
Yeah, every reader just they just holding on to.
Yeah.
It's bookmark.
I know eventually we'll bring it out. Got you, man.
That's what we have.
Kind.
But we wouldn't be prophets if we didn't bring it out.
Kind.
So, let's not get into 2nd Ezra 15. No, the Spirit is always going to bring, especially in these times, is always going to bring us to 2nd Ezra 15 and 16.
Kind.
Go ahead with your piece of
The book of James, chapter 4, verse 9. Be afraid and mourn and weep. Let your laughter be turned into mourning.
And when them Skeletors pounce on you people ain't gonna be laughing.
Kind.
You're gonna be mourning and weeping. You're gonna be scared of shit. Hey, when that second movie, The Purge, the second Anarchy, what happened when The Purge went off and they realized somebody's at the door knocking? The SA had the big gun. The door knocking. When they kicked the door in, all that laughter that was happening before he started knocking the shit, that went out the window. They were scared as shit. When the trucks hit the building, they were scared as shit. This is coming. This is coming. Alright, we're not just in these movies to say, just for entertainment, man. These movies really pushing out messages.
Bro, you keep saying Skeletors, the crackheads and shit. You got inmates too.
Yeah, kind, bro.
Released.
Woo.
Hey, they already releasing some. Hey, they're famous people in jail that's trying to get out because of the coronavirus. So how much more?
R. Kelly.
Get out, right? I'm scared of the coronavirus. Let me out.
Even
Takashi too.
Takashi might be safe for
Might
this.
as well just go.
He might as well.
down the
No,
road.
he need to just stay where he is.
Yeah.
It's the safest place where he's at. Go kill himself.
Die quicker.
Yeah.
Get let out.
Streets is a wrap. There's warnings on this nigga's head.
Hey, but hey, that's good for you niggas too.
Kind.
All you sellouts and entertainers, now you want to get scared.
Kind.
And your joy into heaviness. And 10. Humble yourselves in the sight of Yahweh,
That's right.
and he shall lift you up.
Yeah. But y'all not gonna take heed to that. Only the elected don't take heed to that. All right?
And he said, humble yourself. And to humble yourself before the Most High is to fear him.
Kind.
To fear the Most High. To fear what he can do to you. You know? Fear that, and know that he's the one that's doing all this. 'Cause they don't think, like I said, they don't think that the Most High is doing all this. They think it's Esau. They think it's the government. No, it's the Heavenly Father. That was it, bro?
Yeah, he works through men.
Yeah.
You know, he used men to create things. Hey, and some of the stuff that's beyond the control of man is normally the angels
Kind.
who's out on assignment from the spiritual realm.
That's doing the will of the Heavenly Father.
Yeah, man. Like, hey, just recently you had a big ass tornado that hit the Midwest, and there was a lot of lightning and hailstorm that passed through the Midwest, tearing shit up, man. They had big giant ass golf ball inside the hail. You know,
That bring your windshield.
shit, damn near give you a concussion. But the Lord sending twisters. We're in the midst of a pandemic. You know, plagues is hitting this place,
Right.
and in the midst of that, the Lord sending tornadoes and shit, earthquakes and stuff.
Kind.
Hey, when he said I would give you, you start there, bro. Start up at the top.
I'm starting to top.
Yeah, 'cause
This
he's
is
gonna
All
send
these are
plagues
different
like the days of Egypt.
evils that the Lord is
Right.
bringing on the earth, especially here in Babylon, man.
The second Ezra 15:1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people of prophecy.
So the Heavenly Father told us to come out here and tell you so-called Negro, Latino, Native Americans, and those that are scattered amongst the other nations that may even look like the other nations, to warn you about He's coming. He's coming to the earth and all the evils that are coming to the earth to warn you, all right, about this day of the Lord, right? When He sends His Son back, right? Go ahead.
Which I put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Which He put in our mouths to prophesy these things unto the whole world, to all the nations. Go ahead.
And cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
And he said, hey, be sure about them because it's going to happen. And surely as he said it, they are surely coming to pass. Go ahead.
And fear not the imagination against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee,
Don't worry about the disbelief of the people. It's just going to go down. And it is, right?
that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Continue.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction.
And he's going to bring all these calamities and these perils to the world, and you people got to deal with them. The problem is, if you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shai to help you in that, which means the angels help, divine intervention, the wisdom of the spirit, nor the spirit itself to guide you in certain situations. When you ask, you're going to be asked out. Well,
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth,
and it's never polluted the earth at a time like now. That's why you have to bring the plagues and the tribulation upon the world greater to 50 times.
Yeah, the pride of man is too high in the earth.
Kind.
And it's not that, they have righteous pride. No, they having pride and carrying on in their wickedness, man.
But like nothing can happen to them.
They acting like there's not a creator in the heavens that's watching everything.
Con.
And there's no consequences for their actions, their wicked works.
No evil, no evil,
No sentence.
no sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. The hearts of the sons of men are fully set in to do evil.
Con.
And because of that, the Heavenly Father is like the prodigal son. I'm gonna have to knock him down and humble.
Wickedness
That's what's
is,
up.
just mass wickedness is a result of high pride.
Con.
You know, like it tells you in the 10th chapter, the beginning of pride is when one you depart from his maker. You depart from him. You know? So ultimately that's what you see is happening in the earth. You know, because the leaders of these nations, they've been puffed up, because they've been eating deliciously. They've been committing spiritual fornication with Babylon. Right, taking in Esau's democracy and philosophies, got everybody just out their mind. But now, since that happened, now the Lord is totally just bringing devastation. And everybody that got the Lord's chosen people in their possession, they're getting plagued right now. We're scattered amongst all nations. So of course, because we're found in your hands, when we get punished, you're going to be punished too. That's why Jacob's trouble is not just for Jacob. Right? And Arona is going all across the board. You think those places where those locusts is that? There's one in the swarms just taking out whole entire farms and fields. You better believe there's jakes over there too.
Jake is all over.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'll read it again. For wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore saith the Lord, I will.
The Heavenly Father's had enough. The hurtful works of the earth, he had enough. And you people are if you're not adding into the spirit of Yahweh to solve him, then you're sowing wickedness out here. And he gotta get you on that side. If you're not gathering, then you're scattering. Okay? Go ahead.
I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness, which they profanely commit, neither will I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves. Behold, the innocent and the righteous blood.
Look at what this quarantine has done. It's cut a lot of people off. Gatherings and revelings that you partake in.
Banqueting.
Yep, it's canceling a lot of those breeding grounds for wickedness and situational wickedness that you guys commit openly.
Scriptures talk about how Jake be quick to run the mischief.
Yep.
Shed innocent blood. So it's actually this quarantine, this lockdown, is actually it's actually doing a good thing.
Yeah.
Even though it's uncomfortable and it's really like a punishment, but look what it's preventing.
It's a punishment for these 2/3 niggas out here in the world. For the men of the Lord, we gonna be straight. We're not worried about missing shit that's going on in the world. That this in your home is probably the safest place you can be in this time.
But you know what? Jake, and I did a lesson on that. Jake can literally take this time while they're in the house. Here in Las Vegas, they still able to have a little bit of this kind of liberty where they can still do shit like that. But pretty soon, he's finna cut all that shit. He's finna cut all that shit off. Jay ain't gonna be rolling out here, they little biker gang, proud as hell, man. Making all the noise, everywhere they go and shit, man.
Now the spirit is in his own gate.
That was all Jake right there.
They was gathering over at that 7-Eleven. I saw them.
Yeah. That's what,
Still.
I forgot my initial point.
I was just remembering your point. You said your point was they should take the time. You did a lesson on it. They should take the time.
This is the time that they should be literally trying to seek their higher power, man. This is the time where they could be, searching and seeking. They could be doing something productive. They could try to increase in their knowledge and understand, what the agenda of their enemy, and what it is that this devil got in store for them. Jake have ample time to really check everything out. You ain't gotta go to work. You ain't gotta, there ain't shit you can really do. You're basically literally on the internet all day. You're on the internet all day. You would think Jake would use that leisure time to try to really get an understanding. But instead, Jake's so goddamn bored, they're complaining, and they're coming up with fucking degenerate ass vines, challenges. They're not doing nothing productive at all, man.
What's that coronavirus challenge?
Oh, where they was licking the toilet?
Bro, it's Jakes out there that I spoke to Jakes, and they going in all around the truth right there in the middle. They going all around looking for everything, a little example to try to make make sense of what's going on, but the truth. They'll look for, it's a government conspiracy, it's that, it's this. Hey, the truth is right there, but Jake don't want to see. They got things said. They on the internet all fucking day.
Got them blinders on, bro. Tunnel vision. They don't want to see.
And this truth is everywhere.
It's darkness, man. They're in darkness. And they don't want to come into the light.
Because they're these investigations. Because that's blind. The light of the truth is blinding them. So they're like, oh, they'll go to the truth. Stand here where it's comfortable and dark, and I can't see half the shit that's really happening. Instead
of searching out, all right, at the time of a pandemic, what must I do? What herbs and supplements I can take to help keep my immune system built up, to boost my immune system. Why are we, the times that we're coming into, why is this happening? Matter of fact, those Israelites been talking about these things. Let me go and search up a couple of videos to see what they have to say. Let me get into the scripture. They're saying that Bible sells at an all-time high right now. They're flying off the shelves. But I guarantee you it ain't niggas that's buying them. There's probably a lot of these Edomites in the Bible Belt. They probably buying the scriptures. It even tells you in Ezekiel how the children of strangers, if they basically they would hearken. If I would have came to them, they would hearken. But Jake don't consider that at all. Instead, Jake want to complain about how he ain't getting he ain't got his liberties right now. He can't go to the strip club and spend $1,000 at once. So instead, I'm gonna just have some sluts, degrade themselves on social media and eat each other out and show their pussy. So you send some money through their cash app and they'll show you their pussy on the internet. So that's what they're doing right now. You got other Jakes, let's do the smoke up challenge. Let's roll up and see how many of us all across the country can roll up at the same time. Stupid ass shit, man. It's highlighted the true degeneracy of Jakes. That's why we ain't gonna give two shits when he start rolling.
That's right.
COVID-19, it puts fluid in your lungs, man. So niggas is smoking, destroying their lungs. So these niggas bugged out, man. They need death, man. They're not intelligent.
It's not the only remedy, man.
They're illogical.
Ezekiel number 3.
Ezekiel chapter 3, start at verse 5. Verse 5 it says, "And thou art now sent to a people of a strange speech and of a hard language, up to the house of Israel. Not too many people of a strange speech and of a hard language, words thou canst understand. Surely had I sent thee to them, they would have hearkened unto thee."
Yeah, you not heathens
Yeah,
that know that these scriptures is true. Edomites.
Yeah, gone.
They see what's going on, man.
They can see it in UK.
They be the main ones. Besides the prophets, they be the main ones putting up videos going into exposing Esau's conspiracies and his agendas, and they'll even put scriptures in their videos.
Yeah, what's that? Jason A?
Yeah.
Gone. Yeah, gone. That's one.
You know, but how many niggas is going into that, man?
Right. When here's the messed up part. It's aimed particularly for you niggas. I mean, low level Edomites and the heathen or whatever. Yeah, you gonna be hit with it, but it's gonna really overtake you niggas. Man. This stuff is really set up to really truly destroy you, because you're the useless bottom feeders now.
Gone.
That nobody in the world wants no more. Nobody wants to deal with you because you're uncontrollable, you're wild, and it's just easier to destroy you than to leave you living around. That's why they'd rather kill you. A little more. Verse 7 it says, but the house of Israel will not hearken unto thee, for they will not hearken unto me. For all the house of Israel are impotent and hard-hearted, which is a true moniker to who our people are, a true identifier of our people. Our people that are hardest to convince of this thing, even knowing the terror of the Lord, our people still don't care. They find any excuse to turn their life into mirth, to find an occasion to do mirth and wickedness. Versus hearing the law and the truth of the Heavenly Father and trying to follow after righteousness to protect themselves.
Jake still want to party in a time of adversity. You know, here it is. We just got released out of Egypt. 400 years of hardcore slavery, solitude, servitude. Getting our backs whipped and putting pyramids together. Catching total hell, man. We come out of the wilderness. And we're not sure if we're gonna live. There's no food there. You're just in the desert. The Most High hitting them with all type of miracles, feeding them with manna and
Quail
and
water from the rock.
Water from the rock. And then what do these niggas do? They take all the gold that the Lord allowed them to take out of Egypt, and these niggas build a golden calf and basically have a party. These niggas want the party. They came out and started partying, man, and worshiping an idol.
Moses is up there getting the law to give to these niggas, man. Yeah. And that's the spirit of Jake. Jake is impatient. And Moses is up there taking too long.
How long
you gonna be up there? We want to talk to the Most High ourselves. Niggas, man.
That's how we know it's not you niggas buying those Bibles. That's how we know it ain't you. Because you don't want to hear what the word gotta say.
It's all bad news.
You hoping everything just go back to the way it was, so you can continue being niggas.
Niggas are slaves. Willing slaves.
We continue to go finesse niggas, rob them. Set up little schemes so you can get money thrown to your account. You want to go and sell some bootleg ass J's and DVDs and mixtapes and shit. Work your little bullshit ass jobs.
Promote rap career.
Promote your album.
For your rap career. You ain't saying shit. You have no nutrient information to help people.
That actually seek the Lord, like the scripture said.
Right.
Seek therefore the Lord while the Lord may be found.
That's the first thing we read.
Because basically the Lord, this spiritual ark that the Lord has built with that tabernacle of David is getting ready to close.
Right.
The capacity is almost filled up.
This could be the last week of camp.
The elect might damn near already be sealed up. The apostles are already released. While you niggas is playing out there, it's gonna be not enough time left for you. And then the Lord said, in your affliction, you shall seek me early. When you shall seek me, you shall not find me. You took too, you fucking the word, man. Procrastinated. Man. Yeah. You still valued your pleasure over the word of the Most High, man. know. So when that time comes, the Lord ain't going. He ain't finna hear your cries, man. And we gonna laugh at you, man. We gonna find that shit hilarious, man.
Also, I ain't gonna laugh.
I got you. 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 9, it says, Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments.
Torments.
Yeah. It says, for such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me, and they that have loathed my law while they had yet liberty, this that time of liberty, like I said, this could be the final hours.
God.
Of that liberty right now. You know, leading to where you can ask a question. Hey, because who can say that Esau don't shut everything down at once? But the truth in place, internet goes off. Hey, in all these other countries where they took the government,
That's going to happen.
the government took control of the cities,
Iran,
the internet went off.
Iran suspended the internet like off and on.
Russia did too.
Yeah. And Russia did like a test to suspend the internet just to, you know, because these other countries foresee these things happening. They know about the prophets. They know about the prophecies. So they prepare their people to a certain extent. You know.
And America is just not prepared at all. Majority of people in America are not prepared. The country is, your president is continuing to tell you the opposite of what's happening. Then when he sets up the next thing, like fuck it. Well, we're just gonna go ahead and do this now. But you just said that we're doing the greatest we've ever done. Well, we believed you.
Yeah. Well, the Edomites, a lot of the Edomites, they're prepared with their.
They are. Everything the president said, it fits them.
Yeah, they trust in their gifts, which is the sword.
Yeah.
You know, they got their money,
Wickedness.
you know.
Yeah.
They're prepared that way, but our people ain't prepared for shit, bro.
Hey, Con, you got Jake making memes on how they talking about how they can't wait to tell their great grandchildren about the coronavirus, man.
Our people are.
God damn.
They're waiting on that check.
Yeah.
They put their trust in that check.
Yeah, they're waiting on the chip. They're checking the chip.
God, checking the chip.
Damn.
Hey, our people, a lot of our people, they don't want to flee from this place, man. They don't. They think that they want to make this place great again. So they can continue to live out their wickedness.
Because there's a couple of Jakes that'll be like, make it back when great. When slavery time, a couple of Jakes see that easily happen. And they like, so they can't just openly say that they want this place to flourish.
Bro, Jake, the problem with America, the only problem America sees, it's like the only problem Jake sees with America is Trump.
No.
They figure, we can get Trump out, then
Somebody else will come in and do right.
somebody else, exactly. And getting Trump out and putting another puppet leader up ain't the solution. The solution is to flee from this place first, spiritually and mentally, and then ultimately physically in the chariots.
That's right.
While this place is being destroyed.
That's right.
That's the only way.
Because this place will be destroyed.
2nd Ezra 9.
Yeah, I'm
Your faith and your works.
Yep. I still got 15 too.
I'll jump up real quick.
Get grab that. I'm still on 15.
Matter of fact, we started. Now I'll start at 7. It says, this 2nd Ezra 9 and 7, and everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith whereby ye have believed shall be preserved from the said perils and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders, for I have sanctified them for me from the beginning.
Yeah. So those are the men that's going to be delivered from these perils.
God.
That's the only way you're gonna make it out of here.
God.
Sanctified from the beginning. And your works of your faith is gonna
that will be saved will be doing. And but men should see your works openly.
God.
Not that you're doing them for men, but men should be able to see your works.
Well, the scripture say that too. Men about the light, the candle.
Yeah.
You know,
they don't hide it under a bushel.
Water.
They put it up on the mountain for all to see. and so we can glory the Heavenly Father, not to glorify you. So the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, by Shemal Shah can be glorified. Okay? Those are the men that we're supposed to be glorifying. That's what we're doing out here, glorifying with our works. For Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. Okay? Not because we want to be seen as the problem. Ain't nobody out here to give a fuck. We don't get views like that. Not like that. To where there's just all these followers that just now pop up and they believe. So we're doing it to do the right thing for the Heavenly Father, whether you hear or forbid, whether we're prophesying unto the will or not. The point is, we have warned you thoroughly. I'm going to read this 9 again. It says, that's 2 Corinthians 9 and 9 again, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits and have not known me.
Benefits. You know, even though you're not serving the Most High, you know, in your actions, you're showing that you really don't believe the Most High, but yet you're still alive, you still eat, you know, you still drink, you still have a roof over your head. You know, you still get, you know, what the world calls blessed. Every time some good deed happens to you, oh, I'm blessed.
Yeah, kind.
You know, but you don't know what God you serve. It's where those blessings are coming from. Right. So you receive these benefits and still don't know the Lord, man. You still worship Chesra, you still worship Allah, you know, Buddha, whatever the shit you niggas are into, man. Money, mammon. Still don't know the Lord, man. That's why the Lord's He's gonna torment you, man. You got Tyler Perry leading the charge.
Yeah.
You know, having everybody sing along with him.
What was it? The whole
world is in his hands.
It's gay.
I don't know.
But who are you referring to that have the world?
Yeah. Esau.
We know you mean the God you serve. Just Satan. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, you know? That's what y'all check. Okay.
We about to see with that.
And you saw Mariah Carey, she thought...
Yeah,
She was... Come on, man. Y'all niggas finna get dealt with.
That's YouTube, Mariah. Have loved my law, yet have liberty. And whereas their place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. You despise what we're out here doing. Okay, it says the same
you don't want to come out of your wicked ways. You still want to stay a black American or Latina American, or Native American. You don't want to come into the knowledge of the truth. You know? So, you know, you despise it. You know, you plus you have that Western mentality anyway, so just that mindset alone would not even allow you to convert.
That's right.
You know? You're gonna have an issue with what's required of you once you do come into this thing. So just off of that alone, you're gonna despise the liberty that's being given to you, where the Lord is extending His hand to show mercy. So basically, He's calling you to repentance, but you don't want to do that. So guess what? Well, since you don't want to repent and come to me, well, the brother, he's beating you. You're going to go in the torment. You're going to know after death by pain. When your ass is getting put in a detention center and you don't know where your children is at, for all I know, they can still be trafficking during this time.
What do you think?
Hey.
What do you think Esau's taking with him in the bunkers?
Real talk. Yeah, a lot of you shameless sluts whores out here that Western promiscuous culture, that city girl spirit. You all on social media clapping your ass every second to get attention and likes and clout and, you know, money sent to your cash app or whatever. A lot of times it's being kept on you from a lot of higher ups. They looking to get some alone time with you, and then after that alone time, they want some organs from you.
And some blood.
And your blood.
They'll be you said they'll be taking organs out there too with a surgeon. So they, like what's that devil that just died with 7 heart transplants? Rockefeller.
That's why the motherfuckers live so damn.
Yeah. And then all them organs come from Jake. All Jake organs.
Yes. Real shit, man. The scriptures say that, man. A lot of y'all gonna get tormented, man. The scriptures talk about wives being ravished. Men being put to death with the sword.
Babies dashed to pieces.
Yeah.
Zechariah 4.
Zechariah.
Chapter 11, verse 4.
Get it?
Zechariah chapter 11 verse 4. Thus saith Yahweh thy power, feed the flock to the slaughter.
Yep.
Going on to 5. Whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty. And they that sell them say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich. And their own shepherds pity them not.
You've got the false leaders. They obviously been compromised. They didn't prepare you for this. They didn't warn you about it. Got a bunch of hirelings out there.
Exactly.
So they don't care that that they didn't basically sold you out. They for the eat good. They thinking they gonna secure themselves in the time of this evil. Like they just gonna be protected, because they done made their deal. They got their little bag. They gonna stock it. They good, man.
For I will no more pit the inhabitants of the land, saith Yahweh. But lo, I will deliver the man, everyone into his neighbor's hand, and into the hand of his king. And they shall smite the land, and out of their hand I will not deliver them. And going on to 7. And I will feed the flock. I will feed the flock of slaughter, even you, O poor of the flock. And I will took unto me 2 steeds, and one I called Beauty, and the other I called Bands, and I fed the flock.
Yeah, that's. It's prophetic. It's dealing with basically the time of the Lord, Yahweh Shai. So basically, those that reject Yahweh Shai, which it was prophesied that you would have those that reject Yahweh Shai, they're gonna get caught up out there. They're gonna get broken down. They're gonna be judged, man. Now, a lot of our people, they're offended at Yahweh Shai. You're offended at Yahweh Shai, that means you're offended at the word. All right. So those that are offended at the word, you're gonna get judged, man.
Yahweh Shai is the word.
Yeah.
Second Ezra 9 and 13. And therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, for whom the world is created. So you gotta be more focused on the salvation, because everybody around you is seeking death right now. They're doing the things that are going to lead to death. This time, they're going to continue to be ungodly, continue to be ungrateful, to operate without fear of Yahweh. So that's for everybody else right now to that can see and understand this thing to get their minds right. Under your how about you know, trying to get in his good graces, feed his flock, so that you may be protected in that day. Because we're at the doorstep of the day. Believe it or not, we're at the doorstep of the day. I don't know what other evidence people need to see it. That was it.
That was it on me, that too. I'm still back in 2nd Ezra 15.
Yeah, the mentality of our people in America, it's they love this place so much, man. They love their lives in this place so much. They were comfortable, and they want to return to that comfort. You know,
The state of comfort.
and they're willing to serve the enemy, which is Esau. You know, without them unknowingly. You know, because they think they're free now. All right, but this is the mentality of our people right here, which this eventually is going to translate to the chip. This is Exodus chapter 21 and verse 5. And if the servant shall plainly say, I love my master, my wife, and my children, I will now go out free. Then his master shall bring him unto the judges. He shall also bring him to the door, unto the doorpost, and his master shall bow his ear through with an out, and he shall serve forever.
So that's beautiful. The way that it equates to people now want to leave ancient Egypt. The same way you don't want to leave America. The new Egypt again, Solomon Egypt. Okay? And you're willing to take that war or that marking of your oppressors, or your slave masters to work, to prove you're rather be in possession of him. Because what did Jay say when they got out there? They said, man, Moses brought us out here to die. We were living good in Egypt. We had jobs and shit. Dumbasses.
About the food they had
all this
the
good
onions
food.
and the cucumbers,
Yeah, the leeks.
garlic. They had chop suey and shit. They had some stir fry in that bitch.
Hey, there's a lot of Jake that are well off here in America, and they don't want to give that up.
Yeah.
So hey, they're gonna take that shit.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
A lot of Jake that's been, that have finally climbed the corporate ladder, and have finally got to the place that they're at. I can buy Jags anytime they come out. There's low level thinking that shit.
Yeah.
That do not want to give this place up. I got to get my contract for the league. They can't wait till the NBA open back up. They feel like they about to make the league next draft.
Yeah, kind of.
Fuck out of here, man. People are dying. And it's only gonna get worse. I don't mean just the dying, but the conditions of that's the thing about that show, Walking Dead. It started off as just something simple. Okay, a few people here and there. Then it moved up to where they're becoming zombies and shit. But eventually it became about the moral decay of the people. That show turned into, that's why I didn't like watching it as much, but it showed something true. The moral decay of the people is worse than the pandemic that's coming. The little pandemic that people are scared of now, that's not the people still not. You need pamper for your baby, you need milk. They're gonna kill you for that same milk and pampers back. So understand that.
The love of all creation.
Yeah, man.
Go watch that movie Carriers. Watch that movie.
Yeah.
Basically, it's no mercy. So it's limited resources. A lot of people that died off, and you're afraid if you run into somebody else, they might they might have a virus that's contagious,
Or they want to take your
or
shit.
they might want to kill you and take the stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna get like that, man.
Exactly.
People ain't taking no chances. They ain't gonna spare each other. They ain't gonna have any mercy, no compassion.
Just 40 years ago, people would literally stop on the side of the road to help a woman with her car, help her with a tire, whatever, get back on the road, and they both go their own way without no troubles. Hey, you take these, thank you, you drive off, whatever. Now, you can't trust nobody to help you on the side of the road. You better call AAA.
If someone does stop, they're looking to see what they can take from you.
Kind of.
To plant you.
Yeah. The movies that put all the most popular.
Set up.
See, in the movies,
Gone.
when someone is approaching someone, they're always cautious. Like, okay, all right, no, I don't want nothing. Whatever you got, yada yada yada. And these times, these people are not going to be like the people in the movies.
No.
They're going to walk right into a fucking trap.
What do they need?
Yeah, exactly.
They're willing to get themselves into a situation, not knowing if it's good or bad, just on the hope that something good may come out.
Yeah. They're naive to the facts that, like brother said, love well for many shall wax cold. Like, I thought we were buddies. I thought we were neighbors. I thought we were friends.
My kids is on.
Yeah. I ain't got no friends. Nah. I don't know who you are, nigga.
No. Come on, buddy.
Run it. Run that shit.
Up there.
Yeah.
There's 2nd Ezra 6 and 20. So that's 2nd Ezra 6 and 24. It says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies,
Yep.
and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein." The springs of the-
Everybody gonna be scared of each other. First off, they're already creating a boundary with the social distance.
Kind.
So people aren't close and chit-chatting like
Yeah.
they were. They already, but what do they have people already conditioned for? To be on their cell phones in the same space that their voices can reach, but they'd rather do this. Because now the virus can travel with the words to the next person, but if you're doing this, then it's nothing. But 5G is the shit that's fucking you up with these phones too. This devil is fucking diabolical.
Kind.
You set this shit up right beautifully on time, and it's falling right into the plans that he wanted, particularly the plan that the Heavenly Father had. You was getting something from there?
No, I still hold 2nd Ezra 15. Yeah, go from there. 2nd Ezra, back in that 2nd Ezra 15 and 9. And therefore said the Lord, I will surely avenge them and receive unto me all the innocent blood from among them. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I will not suffer them. I will not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt.
Kind.
So, where's that part that came from? What did he say? Bring that last verse, that Egypt one again.
Behold, my people is led
The flock to the slaughter.
as a flock to the slaughter.
Hey, that slaughter that you people are lined up for is that same sword that's been furbished.
Yeah, kind.
The same condition of the people that loathe the law while this is the time of yet liberty that you can get right during this grace period. Now, you didn't prepare, guess what? Too bad. Now you're thrown in the heat of the game, in the heat of the fire, in the heat of the battle right now. And you're not prepared, so you're going to get ran through and slaughtered. This devil is putting the troops and all the weapons and all the guillotines and all the tanks and everything he got, putting all his artillery on Front Street to handle you people. Why else would it? There's no war that we have with people, with a country on earth, that they need urban vehicles and shit like that. They learn the tactics over here in Iraq, and they're gonna bring them right here and use them against you people. Those flash bangs and shit like that, all that type of stuff. That's for urban warfare.
Because they can afford to bring all these troops back because World War III is going to be fought more with missiles, drones.
Isaiah.
Yeah.
Burning the fuel of smoke now.
That's it.
Kind.
Isaiah 95.
Battle of the North.
That's why they can afford to bring troops back. You know, because they're bringing a million troops, right? How hard was it for them to? Obama was trying to bring troops out of Afghanistan. Trump was trying. Everyone was trying to bring troops out, but all of a sudden they could bring a million back.
Kind.
You know, like ain't bringing back like it ain't shit.
Yeah, they just let you on the way already.
It was like pulling teeth
That's
trying
all
to
you
get.
had to do.
Yeah.
Why you sending more? Obama, he said he's about to bring them back. He sent another 100,000, was it? Right when he was supposed to be bringing them. And then he got out of office. Now he just bring a million back, no problem. It says real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 9, verse 5. It says, "For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments robed in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." So they don't need those soldiers in garments ripped in blood. and confuse noise.
Yeah, you no longer need that hand-to-hand combat.
Yep, no
You
more
know?
hand-to-hand combat. They shoot with projectiles and long range missiles.
They using PlayStation 2 controllers, bro.
Yeah,
That
for the
people are
drones.
Yeah.
comfortable with already,
Kind.
right? Yeah. Ready to get you. Because you're already familiar with it.
I mean, well, it's still gonna be truce. Because Armageddon,
Absolutely.
you know, the mountain of the troops.
It's
They're
still
gonna
going to
go
all lead right over
all
there.
into the Middle East. They're gonna fight that World War III. You know, but for this time, you know, a lot of troops gonna come back from overseas to basically shut us out from America. I mean,
Trump is just trying to regulate shit here in Babylon. He figured he's gonna need that kind of force to tie, you know, bind everything the way they need it to be.
Yep.
Basically to take control of the people.
Because you still have
You know?
troops all in U.S. bases all throughout the world.
Exactly.
On battleships, those aircraft carriers,
Kind.
you know, the submarines, all that shit. So, but that is a lot of troops just to bring back. But it's still, like we were saying, they got, America's like Rome was. Their army was spread thin all throughout the world.
That's why they're getting their bases attacked over in Iraq. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a secret war that's actually happening over there right now. But they keep oversaturating, you know, the media with this whole COVID-19. They're not telling you what's really happening over there in the Middle East. War is still on the horizon. Man.
Kind, bro.
Ever more.
Issue the draft right then, because if you the mind spirit, if I can't beat them, join them.
Yeah.
You know, that type deal, because you got all those troops coming back right now, and then you see the flood of troops and you can't go anywhere or anything like that. Well, I may as well go ahead and I'm gonna be able to move around.
At least I have a job. It's at least, you know, it's sad, man. But oh well. It's sad because you people don't see it, but guess what? Oh well, man. You people deserve it.
Kind.
And we're willing to go through the harsh realities for the men of the Lord that won't join into this society, that won't be let that all be put in our ear for the slave masters, but rather have the mark of exemption from your house.
Kind.
And nothing can separate us from that.
That's why it says in Isaiah 13, he that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword, man.
Kind.
And just, you know, if you serve this system, like if you in the military or, you know, you work in the government and whatnot, by default you have to serve the beast. So that means that once the system is restructured, which is already have been done, all you people that are holding society in those fields, you all have to take the money. You gotta take that shit, man. You know, you gotta put that so-called that war, you know, into your body, man.
Bro, in some government buildings in Mexico, the employees already have to be chipped to work in those specific government buildings. So, like you were saying, if you work for the government here, military, you're going to get chipped. It's going to be mandatory. You're going to have to chip. The chip is going to be mandatory to those employees.
So think about this. Now they're shutting down these small businesses like we were going to last night, right? And only the corporations will be there. Well, guess what the corporations going to make you take?
They're gonna get away from cash. Yeah. All of them are saying, fuck the cash.
Cash got the coronavirus.
Think about this. You have a government job or you have one of these corporate positions, and the times we're living in now where jobs are far and few. Are you going to be willing to sacrifice your job, quit your job, to not receive the mark of the beast with the RFID chip? You know, a lot of these people are going to be faced with a decision pretty soon. And we know majority of the people, 99% of the people are going to take it. You know, they're going to, I need to feed my family, I need to pay my rent, my mortgage. You know, I know it's the mark of the beast, but fuck it, give it to them. Because to save their life on this side. That's what it says.
Those that
I was going to it. I was going right to it. Yeah, this is Matthew 16. In 25 it says, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, and whosoever will lose his life for my sake shall find it."
Yeah. And we're the ones trying to lose our life on this side for Yahweh Bashim.
Gone.
That we may gain life eternal.
Yep.
Okay? That's the life that we want. We want life eternal. Because life eternal is not captivity. Life eternal is in the kingdom of heaven. It'd be different if we were asked for life eternal on this side.
Yeah, I want to live forever in
I want
this
to live
shit.
forever with this shit. Hey, we bring that Tupac verse up, right? His only fear of death is coming back to this motherfucker like this, reincarnated. Is how I interpret what he said, coming back to the world still as a slave and not in rulership. But we know by the tokens and the prophecies that's going on, if we were to die on this side, the life we're coming back to is the kingdom of heaven. Rulership, especially dying within this truth. You know, serving Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. How much more glory is that, you know, to have life eternal?
If our Lord sacrificed for me, I'd sacrifice for him.
That's right.
That's what it is.
Yep.
You know? You sacrifice your life for your brethren, man.
Some would even dare to die for a righteous man before Yahweh Shai. You wouldn't get your life in an instant. Come on. You gotta really believe that. You gotta know that. Because he's the same one that'll grant you life again. He already overcame death. And he came back from the grave. I don't want to go far from venturing off, but just flowing. But you can go back to that second Ezra.
Second Ezra 15 and 11. But I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof.
And it said with plagues as before. That doesn't mean that the same exact plagues have to hit Egypt. Though some of them are very similar, right? But more so, seriously? Wow. More so hitting it before they destroy this place. The plagues leading up to this thing gonna destroy this place before the great Exodus comes again. Okay, because we're about to get out of here in an Exodus. We're about to make a real Exodus, but it's gonna be the elect getting out with this Exodus. Not the whole nation this time. Little baby, we're going to catch coronavirus. Okay. You got more, right?
Yeah, God. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
And all these plagues and punishments that's coming to the earth to destroy people, eventually, the point is going to be.
That's what
if you open the door going 30 miles an hour, I'll make your ass get out too. Get your ass out of here. I don't know who you are. Hey, this place, you guys gonna get it. This shit is crazy.
But you see, that could have easily been a Edomite. That could have.
Yeah, Khan, that's what I was thinking, bro.
And they could have just dipped off into
To the sunset.
man.
To the bunker or whatever.
Yeah.
Literally
Take
play
organs and everything.
They gonna take her organs, you know.
play Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Carved her up.
That's crazy, man. Like literally just not even a minute.
Yes, and she's back up here.
Walking down the street.
She was walking down the street, and then next thing you know, we see her in a truck on the passenger seat with the opening the door while the car is still in motion. And then right now, literally, she's walking right back this way.
Seconds ago. I'm still in the same breath.
Yeah.
Kind.
The same point.
Yeah.
Because me and Krazal looked at the other like, what the fuck?
There's some wild shit going on, man.
The spirits that's out here, man, you guys aren't prepared to deal with this.
Man.
You guys are not equipped to deal with this level of spirits out here. Because you haven't been in the spirit of Yahweh Bashim shots as a hedge of protection on you. Go back to that.
I'll read it again. Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it.
The plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon the place. The punishment. That's not a good thing. Okay? Keep reading, bro.
They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail as the fearful constellation. We just had a hailstorm in West and
Arkansas,
yeah.
Missouri. There was a hailstorm and it was a tornado.
And that
So
destroyed
that's ripping through all the fields over there.
Yeah, the agriculture.
And really, the farming industry, they've been suffering for the past few years now.
Yeah.
A lot of them, they've been depressed. They ain't been able to grow anything.
Gone committing
They're not
suicide.
making no money.
They've been having floods. The snowstorm, that polar vortex, destroyed a lot of their crops also.
Yeah. We got a lot of the livestock, a lot of the cattle.
Oh yeah, from the flood.
That got killed in the floods. Was that the year before last?
There was the cattle and the chickens.
Yeah.
Man, that's the most I setting up.
And those locusts, they keep traveling further east. We know, like they ravaged East Africa, and they ended up in Asia. Now they're running through Asia right now. They're still going eastward.
They hit China. China produces a lot of crops and stuff that supplies America. People don't realize that. They think it's the heartland and we still grow stuff here. Yeah, they do, but not in abundance as China.
Not for the demand that's here.
Exactly, and they can get it way cheaper over there in China. But once that swarm of locusts hit China, hey, they can't. There's nothing they can do. It's no protocol that China could. It's like not the coronavirus where they can shut everything down. You can't shut the locusts down.
You can't tell them to leave. You can't quarantine people away from locusts.
Yeah, those effects of the supply chains from China, man. It's gonna start taking effect. People gonna start.
I was hoping them shows don't tip all the way the fuck over, man.
Yeah, these people gonna start feeling the supply chains cut off from China in this month in April, man. So all the pharmaceutical drugs people been getting, all the different foods, stores
here in America.
Yeah, man. It's gonna get serious month of April, man. Reality gonna set in people's minds.
You can't get your drugs no more.
You can't get your drugs. Shut down the liquor stores.
Wait till these pharmacies eventually shut down.
Yeah.
Because when you people with the prescription drugs like diabetic pills, high blood pressure pills.
Fucking opioid has people out
Yeah.
Antidepressants.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Those people that have to resort to those type of drugs. They're dangerous people. They're very they're like basically you can't trust them. They're a danger to their environment.
The drugs that they're called dependents. They're dependent on that drug, on that high, on that pain relief. Yeah. Let me finish this. 2 Ezra 15 and 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Let that be the last pill of opioids, or the last, vial of opioids, and then they're fighting for it. They don't kill each other for that last vial. They ain't gonna divide it up. You take some, I take some. They're gonna take them all. Because they understand, if I don't have my pills every 3-4 hours or whatever the dosage is supposed to be for pain tolerance, I'm gonna lose it. And these people all equate not having it as pain.
Yeah.
It all comes off as pain.
You gotta understand this, without people having jobs and then income, money coming in, a lot of those people that depend on those pain pills, they're not per se their prescription, but there's someone else's prescription that sells. I knew a person that was selling his prescription pills to one of these persons that for like thousands of dollars.
I want to read a scripture.
For thousands of dollars. So if you ain't got that money, you sitting around like everyone else, waiting on a stimulus check so you can go give to the pill man. So Esau like all you motherfuckers in the trip bag. Waiting on a stimulus check, waiting on Esau to give you a handout. Pretty much, yeah.
Stimulus chip. Waiting on the stimulus chip.
All right, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, In invading one another, they shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Your money bracket, your status in society, no matter how high up, it's not gonna matter. You're seeing everybody catching this COVID-19 deal. It don't even matter what you have or not, right? What position you are. It's going, and when everything's gone in society, the money's not gonna protect you. The best you got is that you bought up enough to be able to sustain it if you're high up. But that also makes you a target. So deal with those two dynamics. You have enough to ready to go take somebody's shit, or you have enough and you gotta protect what you got. Either way, they're gonna come and invade you, or you're gonna invade them. It's going down. You want 28 rolls of toilet paper out of you right now.
Yep.
Come and get you. And a loaf of bread, you know.
This article came in. Analysis: Washington State can see over 300,000 job losses by summer due to COVID-19.
300,000. Said 300,000.
300,000.
300,000. Wow.
What, Washington?
Yeah, Washington. Yeah.
Yeah, the goat. Yeah.
That's 300,000 that they need. They're gonna have to. They gonna have to just prepare for them to tear shit up and put them in those FEMA detention centers in that region.
Right.
You know. So now you see why Trump is bringing in those million troops.
Yeah.
These people they finna go ape shit. And especially if this is prolonged.
Right.
And you even have experts saying that at least expect at least 200 to 300,000 people in America to get infected by the virus.
Yeah.
200 to 300,000 cases.
It's already 120 right
Yeah.
now.
140.
Oh, 140 right now.
140.
Exponential.
Yeah, kind.
You know.
Yeah, I think they reported like 20 or 30 deaths since we just been here at camp. 272 deaths today, 142,082 cases.
How many 200?
142,000 cases. Verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
Hey, that's how it is now. You know, you can't get from one state to the other now. You got family members in a whole nother state. You're not going to be able to get to them if you need to. You know?
Shit, cross town you might not be able to get to them.
Yeah.
Wait too long.
Yeah, man. 'Cause they got everything, on lockdown, man. Thinking you're gonna go into another city and shall not be able. You had a lot of Jake that thought they was gonna go to a whole nother city to keep the Passover.
Yeah,
But now those plans have been foiled. You can't even come together to have that Passover.
Right time, you know? They holding their Passover at the wrong time. They held it wrong.
Yep.
But we're not gonna judge you on that.
Yep.
Just saying, you ain't getting to your Passover. We held ours. This shit kicked off during the week of ours.
Yeah.
So, after we held it, after the actual day of the Passover, the week of the Feast of Unleavened Bread, it was when this pretty much kicked off.
Yep. Yeah, they setting everything up, man. And how you know that a lot of this is aimed at Jake? They even took off the basketball rims. They got a lot of basketball courts. They don't want niggas playing pickup games when they had to be on lockdown.
As long as the rims is out there, Jake is going.
Jake's still gonna be out there.
Jake's still out there right now with the fucking
Jake get a
milk crate.
Hey, Jake get a football. Jake get a football and have a game.
All it takes is, Edomite said this shit, it pissed me off, but it was so true. He said, you ever notice, he was talking about Hispanics, but I saw this on any joke, right? He was like, you ever notice, you just throw a random ball into a group of people, a game will just start. Particularly Jakes, a game will just start. It's all taking one guy to tap the ball with his foot or whatever. The next guy comes over to guard it and shit. Jake catch a ball, he just put the hand up to the legs, and all of a sudden somebody gonna guard it.
Yeah.
Now it's a game going. Then he lose the ball, somebody fall in their hands, the damn game going. Esau knows that that's all it takes for the Jake. And you know what? Whatever you were just thinking, man, fuck this white man. You can marching or whatever. Somebody drop a couple balls out there.
Yeah, niggas are easily distracted.
Easy. They gonna get what they was out there. Straight up. Let's go right into sports.
Hey, Big G, say that, man.
It was off a movie. Y'all brothers might know. It was a movie. This dude, he was a racist guy. I think he was like Italian. He said, "What are you doing to stop 5 black guys from raping a white woman and throwing them a basketball?"
Yeah.
Maybe that was a Goodfellas. That was probably Goodfellas or something. Someone of the Italian. Yeah, one of the Italian movies.
It wasn't that one. It wasn't that Bad Company one. Was it
No,
Bad
I don't know.
The one where he said about the Italian.
No, I don't think. I think
The fella sound about right. Christopher Walken, Dennis Hopper, and all of them in that other movie. Yeah, that's how you distract Jake.
Yeah.
So whatever agenda they was on the ball.
Bro, let a basketball game come on right now.
Bro,
Lakers and somebody, man,
bro.
these should be clear. Because they ain't been watching sports for so long. That's like a drug to Jake.
God.
You know? Any kind of competitive boxing, anything. Jake gonna be glued to the TV.
Hey,
Entertainment.
Bread and
Words I'm on. Bread and circus, man.
That's why Apostle Tahar made that video, man. Jake don't get it.
Yeah.
Jake, he just want to be entertained all day.
Yeah.
The entertainment is basically just distraction.
God.
Niggas love being distracted, man. You don't like dealing with reality. You know, and that's the reason why this thing is gonna catch you like a thief in the night, man. You know? You should really, like I said, you should be really trying to seek the Lord while he may be found, man. But the Lord, you know, like it tells you in 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, you know, he's not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. You know, but he don't want to have to destroy you, but he's gonna do it.
God.
You know, because you niggas don't want to be, y'all don't want salvation. You know, been in Babylon way too long, man. You know. Yep. Let's get in the script. Jake just want to be entertained, man. And that's why, you know, they don't watch our videos like that.
God.
Yeah. Or if they do, it's because there's some type of entertainment value in it.
Or they looking for something in the description or the title.
God.
You know, like Apostle Tahar said. If I said, you know, Apostle Tahar, Edomite woman kisses the Apostle Tahar boots or something like that,
That's gonna get
a million hits.
Clickbait.
Yeah. Or and even videos that brothers do. If we do something that's going into something spiritual, maybe 20, 30, 100. If you say something about
Nigga woman.
a nigga woman, some athlete, something that has to do with social media or whatever is going on,
So-called
they views. They don't even listen. They may listen to the intro and what it's talking about, and that's it. Just to see if this is something that sparked their interest, something ignorant they can laugh at.
And that's the point. That's why I noticed that brothers in the truth do their videos. If they have footage of something that they're about to break down or break down the story, they'll wait. They won't put it at the very beginning of the video. You gotta kind of show a little bit of it, like the hype, the real good YouTube channels. They'll show a quick clip of it, then they'll make you wait the damn near the middle end of the video to get the full clip of it.
Yeah.
You know, just keep you kind of watching.
Yeah.
You know,
To kind of grab your attention for as long as they need. Yeah.
How long I gotta watch for this to happen? How long in the video till he say this or that?
And then niggas in the comment section will put go to Mark number. Yeah.
And that's what the Apostle Paul, he said, he called some of the elect. He said, I called you a God.
Yeah, kind.
Yep, I called you a trick. Everything we're doing.
The hook.
Quick bait.
We're fishing, yeah, this is the hook. Yeah. So glad that's good for
Man, I'm gonna start thumbnail. Just put a big booty bitch as your thumbnail, and Jake's gonna be like, oh shit, what's he about to talk about?
Some big old titties.
Woman gets cussed out.
Israelite slap Edomite woman. It like, you get a strike for that just for the title alone.
He said over impression.
Hey, Jay, that's
And something, when it says something carnal like that would draw Jake in.
Yeah.
Like,
I woke up, white woman gets slapped by the Edomite, Jay, wake up and shit like that.
After I see no, I couldn't stop watching.
What's going on out there?
Y'all get to slap Edomite women?
Esau kisses prophet's shoe. I woke up to that video, It'd be the silliest shit, but hey, as long as you come to repentance, it's all good, man. But y'all bullshit. Y'all bullshit, man.
Yeah, the men of the Lord, the prophets didn't need gimmicks.
Kind.
It was either you heard the word being preached and you were quickened, or it just wasn't for you at all. It didn't catch on. That's pretty much how the Lord is gathering his elect, is through the word.
Right.
Nothing else. No gimmicks, no entertainment, no music.
We got the bull, bro.
You got the bull, huh?
All I love y'all about to outside.
The phone catches this camera don't catch it that well. But the phone catches it. The phone catches it.
That's beautiful. Because it's raining a little bit, but the sun is still out a little bit, so that's a beautiful scenery, man.
Brighter day coming.
Right.
But it's darkness coming too. That's this rain. Signify.
The calm before the storm.
Ezekiel chapter 33 and verse 27. Say thou thus unto them. Thus saith the Lord power, as I live, surely they are in the waste. Surely they that are in the waste shall fall by the sword. And him that is in the open field will I give to the beast to be devoured.
Hey, beasts, you do this because you flee to the mountains or you live out in the rural areas. Animals is still gonna come and get you if you're not under the power of your Halabashim outside. Well,
and they that be in the forts and in the caves shall die of the pestilence. For I will lay the land most desolate, and the pomp of the strength shall cease.
And the pride, the pomp, and arrogancy of your strength will cease. That's the Heavenly Father frustrated with you people, man. The pride you have, not knowing, the willingly not knowing, willingly ignorant of the days that are coming upon you. Keep going.
And the mountains of Israel shall be desolate, that none shall pass through. Then shall they know that I am the Lord, when I have laid the land most desolate.
They're gonna know the Heavenly Father was the one doing it when they see how desolate everything has become. Okay? You're gonna realize, damn, when the streets is empty and we've been out here for how long? We're still coming out. You people aren't showing up. Alright? You're gonna realize when it's too late, you're gonna come looking at this same corner and we're not gonna be here. Okay? And we're not gonna be here. And that should let you know you fucked up. You missed out. The doors of mercy are now closed. Go ahead, bro.
Then shall they know that I am the Lord when I have laid the land most desolate because of all their abominations which they have committed. Keep reading, right? Also, thou son of man, the children of thy people still are talking against thee by the walls and in the doors of the houses, and speak one to another, every one to his brother.
They know that they make mention that we're out here, but they don't want to do nothing with it about it. They see us on the video, they don't click on it, they don't want nothing to do with what we got going on. Well, if you ain't gonna take the righteous path, the straight gate, then you're gonna have to take that broad way and get destroyed, the path of destruction. All right, but a path must be chosen. You're gonna be on one of these paths. If you don't know that there's a path, you're already on the path of destruction. Go ahead, out.
And speak one another, every one to his brother, saying, come, I pray you, and hear what is the word that cometh forth from the Lord.
And that's what you should be doing. Hey, we're trying to tell you, hey, hear the word that's coming from the Lord. We're trying to tell everybody. We're all over the internet telling you. We're still out on the street corners telling you. Go ahead.
Verse 31, and they come unto thee as the people cometh, and they sit before thee as my people, and they hear thy words, but they will not do them.
But they won't do them though. Because like the brother said, they're not here to get edified, they're here to get entertained. Keep going, I think it's going to say.
For with their mouth they show much love, but their heart goeth after their covetousness.
Yeah, but their heart goeth after their covetousness. But what do they want? They want this life to be all right. They want to be comfortable. They don't want to deal with the hardships that are coming in the time to come.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song.
And that's the entertainment value that people get out of watching our videos. Watching this stuff. Dang, that was kind of true what they said. But they ain't gonna, but you ain't still moving to do the things that you're supposed to do in fear of Yahweh. You still smiling. You still sipping and drinking and enjoying this for the entertainment value. Like we said, Edomite woman gets slapped by with the truth. You know, you watch that shit if it looked like she physically got hit.
They'll watch all the way to the part of the video where the slapping go down.
They don't watch what happens after. They'll cut the video off and they'll rewind that part 10 times.
And those be the dudes that's watching all the camps.
Yep.
Just browsing through any camp just to see what entertainment.
And they pick up a few jewels here and there, but they're not getting any real edification.
And they call themselves in the truth.
Yeah.
And those you are the ones that don't have that aren't gonna have the wisdom that's gonna sustain you in that day. Okay, the knowledge and wisdom. Because you're not here to be edified, you're here to just kind of know some shit.
Hey, that's like
We're hoarding up wisdom to be used in the time to come.
And they do that to just know some shit so they could seem deep or seem on a level to some niggas that's around about them. And they ain't nothing but a nigga they self.
That's the valley of the dry bones. You know, the breath not blowing into them.
They don't have the breath. They're the sinews and the body's coming back together.
Correct.
But they ain't no breath in them. You know? So if you're clicking on this thing for entertainment, I want you to keep reading. But if you're clicking on this thing for entertainment value, you missed it. This is not just something to just say, oh, that's pretty cool. I like what they're talking about. I get those comments all the time. They're robot comments. Great video. Subscribe to my page. Get out of here.
I got one that say, can we be YouTube friends?
Yeah.
Get out of here. Man, get out of here. I ain't got time for that. I'm not even gonna go to your page. If that's your comment to my page, you know, I'm not doing it. Go ahead and finish reading. But it said as if piped unto you as a very lovely song. Because it sounds good. It's like in the scripture.
It says that we're a spectacle unto all men.
Yep.
They're viewed as like a spectacle, you know,
Yep,
or something to
I
watch.
get that scripture.
You're not arguing to them because you're really trying to, you know, store up your spiritual treasure.
Same thing that was going on in Mars Hill. They just want to hear something new.
Yeah,
You know?
hear something new.
Let's hear this new doctrine that you got going on.
Have those itching ears.
Yeah.
Verse 32. And lo, thou art unto them as a very lovely song of one that had a pleasant voice and can play well on an instrument. For they hear thy words, but they do them not.
They hear the words, but they don't do them. That ain't for me to be. That's just, you know, they don't even hear the instruction and the edification that come in these videos. And here at the end of this thing, as we are, this is when you need to be taking heed to what the prophets are really telling you. We didn't say go hoard up toilet paper, food, and guns to sustain you in this time. We said hoard up the wisdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
Or that faith.
Faith building things. That's what you should be gathering to yourself, especially like the brother was saying all day. In these times when you ain't got shit to do, you can't ain't got shit to do. Y'all not out there building a back porch. Yeah, you know, it ain't like you got do.
Social media tour.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Pornography's probably got an all-time high. You know, as far as views right now.
They fucking they giving people free Pornhub premiums
Oh wow.
because of this virus.
To watch, keep watching.
And then they say one of the strip clubs, they got a drive-through freak shows.
They got
It's like 100 or something.
Boober Eats.
Uber Eats.
Sending out, you know, a club is sending out food delivered by strippers.
They also have these trucks, stripper in the back, like with the glass,
Wow.
and then she's dancing on the
They gotta keep the shit
They
going.
gotta keep it going.
Still gotta keep this shit going.
Bread and circus.
But that goes to show you. That proves that this place is the daughter of Babylon. It's because it's everybody damn near worships decadence, pleasure, luxury. You know, just having abundance, idleness, pride. You know, and Sodom and Gomorrah, they actually had the same way you see America. They had they were thriving, man.
Yeah.
They dealt with, they had a lot of food, so a lot of people were gluttonous in Sodom and Gomorrah.
It was in a valley.
They were proud as hell. They were very proud because it was an actual city. These cities,
Five cities.
it was 5 of them, and they actually were like, they had money, they had markets, they had shops. So they was like they were eating good while they were committing their wickedness. So they drove total pleasure. Those were Hamites. Those were heathens anyway, but
You know what I'm saying? They were living it up.
Think about like cities today, like
Turning people out.
look at like San Francisco is a city where a lot of homosexuality goes on.
Atlanta.
But they are booming cities. You know, they're expensive
They do
cities.
good.
San Francisco is a very expensive city to live in because like you said they're doing good because it's a lot of moles out there.
yeah, that's America for you.
Yeah.
So these people, they do not want to get rid of, you know, the decadence here. Thou that are given to pleasure and dwellers carelessly. That's why the Lord said He's gonna bring mischief upon mischief on you.
Gone.
You know, and that's the places where it's all about comfort and pleasure. Those are the most worst places to be during a time of calamities. Because you know these people don't know how to react to that type of condition. So they it's like you know you take like we mentioned it. You take drugs away from a drug addict, they're gonna go crazy, man.
Take food away from the gluttonous, they're gonna go crazy.
You take candy from a child, a child that just loves sweets so much, they'll turn around and tell you like they hate you.
Yeah.
I hate you. You're not my father. You're not my mother. You know? Just because you said, hey, that's enough.
That's no more for you.
You know?
And just like a parent, what Esau gonna do? He gonna whoop your ass. He gonna whoop your ass into submission. That's what he gonna do.
Yeah, but the Lord is about
All
to
through the hell, yeah.
the Lord is about to starve you of your pleasures
Yeah.
and your comfort. He starved you of that.
He started to starve a lot of you Americans, man. You don't got your jobs, you hold in such high regard, you don't have the money, you don't have the luxuries, it's the weekend and people get into all kind of shit out here in the weekend, whether it be going to the park, casino, going to a restaurant, all that shit's cut off.
That's his hope.
They extended food stamps, but there's not going to be any food to buy.
Right. That's the deal. You guys don't get it. You guys are ready for it.
I mean, but shit, really, it's food in there, but the food that Jake want to eat, that shit is gonna be cold. They ain't gonna put no salad and cucumbers and vegetables.
All they got is fruit in there. They ain't got no Doritos or no hot fries and hot Cheetos. Ounce. And so they got some fruit, a bag of lettuce. I don't want this shit.
All the all that MSG shit that you need to look up. That's what you go spend your food stamps on.
Gone. Bro.
Jake done mastered how to take off the box of the packaging to fit more into the freezer.
Yeah.
All bullshit ass food. You can't even call that shit food. Bullshit ass poison. And okay, it's okay that you have, we may eat a little bit of it, but we eat a little bit of it. You people fill up your houses and fill up your children with this food.
That shit is literally drugs. It's chemicals.
Yeah.
That's why you're addicted to it. That's why you eat a lot of it. Esau take that away from you, or there's limited left. Yeah, niggas is dying over them hot Cheetos.
Yeah. Real talk. Off the what you call it, the sour patch strings. Yeah, sour straws.
Sour punch.
Yeah, kind.
They're gonna lose their mind, man.
People gonna die over that.
Soda?
Yeah, sugars.
Soda.
Sugar is a drug within
You
itself.
don't go from soda. Yep, sugar literally is. It's actually more addictive than cocaine.
Yep.
For soda, think about when the alternative is soda and then water. Jake don't like the taste of water.
You offer Jake, I got this 5 gallon of water or this 6 pack of soda. What you gonna take?
He's gonna take the soda.
He's gonna take the soda.
But that's
You can only have one.
Yeah.
That's like with coconut water, bro. Jake hate the taste of coconut water. Like I have my cousins try it, bro. They almost threw up. I'm like, damn, y'all niggas gonna die.
But see, when the body's running on that high fructose corn syrup, it only can taste that level of sweet.
Because it's looking for that sweet. It's looking for a flavor.
The chemicals. It's looking for the chemical.
I get the coconut milk.
Yeah, kind.
Regular milk.
Exactly.
Hey, I can't find it no more.
I can't drink.
Remember the one your pops had?
Oh yeah, at the kind.
I can't find it.
That was delicious.
Yeah, kind. The cinnamon ones.
And you don't gotta store them in the refrigerator.
Yeah, kind.
Warm.
Yeah.
Not in the sun,
But it could be stored in a garage or somewhere. Yeah.
Kind. That's
Yeah,
like
those almond milks and coconut milks, they last way longer.
kind.
It's not like 2 weeks. It's like a month.
Yeah.
And like, is it almond milk? I think almond milk is like a month and a half.
Yeah, oat milk too.
It's like a month. Pea milk, there's something called like green pea milk. They don't have to be in the refrigerator. They can last I think like 2 to 3 months. Don't have to be refrigerated.
See, that. Just knowing these things, that's why the scriptures say, in that day the elect are gonna have abundance, man. Yeah. Because we don't know what to look for, what to.
It's like you say, the elect's gonna know. We can go into a house and they got all this food and chips and shit. But the elect is gonna know what to get. That's gonna and they're gonna leave.
Canned tuna.
Yeah, exactly. They're gonna leave all the bullshit and get the things that they know that they can keep, things that are light to carry, and things that are not gonna perish, have a long shelf life.
Yeah, just like this pandemic, man. You can take herbs to boost your immune system. You got chaga mushroom, soursop, liposomal vitamin C. You know, these type of herbs, man, boost your immune system. And even if you do get it, it's nothing but a little cold to you.
Bro,
If you go into these vitamin stores,
bro.
that shit is full.
Bro.
You can literally be going buying up all these vitamins. These people ain't even thinking to go
Not
to
even
such
thinking
a
about it,
spot.
bro.
Yeah, honestly, that
Bro, I've been hitting that spot up, man. Them vitamins that got like multiple vitamins in it. Your vitamin A, the whole alphabet of vitamins. They got that shit, man. I bet you take like your dose like 2 daily with a meal. Bro, I don't remember last time I was sick, man. It's been a minute since I've been like literally sick. Get on those vitamins, man.
Or they said the Gooks was fighting. The main thing that Gooks was using to fight the coronavirus was high doses of vitamin C. And I guarantee you, you go to those vitamin stores, vitamin C is all the way filled up. They got boxes of that shit in the back. People ain't thinking about people not thinking like that.
And they were stocking up for
They're waiting for Esau to give them a vaccine. When the cure is in natural herbs. God.
That last line, real quick, then you gotta let you go.
Ezekiel 33. Yeah, it is 33 and verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet hath been among them.
Then you realize
This one's different.
all this come to pass, and you would be ready to say it before. That's what the word prophesied means. To say it before. You said it before what was going down, and it's going down. And when you're going to seek to try to ask questions of us, we're not going to be around. It's going to be the feast of the word, family of the word. Family of the word. And I know, and if you do happen to find us, we're going to be on the move so tough. Hey, we don't have time to break this down to.
Thy tongue shall cleave to the roof of thy mouth.
We don't want to break it down. Man, we talked about it. You should already know it's too late to gather it and then try to figure out how to use this information. It ain't gonna be no good to you. Okay? But you're gonna know that a prophet had told you and warned you. And all the destruction that'll be coming for you will surely rest upon you.
I got a script real quick to go what you were speaking of about the famine of the word. Ezekiel 7. Ezekiel 7 and verse. 7 and 26.
Sometimes you gotta beat the hell out your sword. get to a verse.
7 and 26. Actually, I started at 25. Destruction cometh, and they shall seek peace, and there shall be none. Mischief shall come upon mischief, and rumor shall come upon rumor. Then shall they seek a vision of the prophet, but the law shall perish from the priest, and the counsel from the ancients.
Ain't nobody gonna have answers for you. You're gonna seek to find answers, and you ain't gonna be able to find it.
They're gonna be looking for a vision. They're gonna be looking for a way out, a solution.
You know who's gonna have an answer for you? The U.S. government. they don't have an answer for you. Come on down.
Uncle Sam wants you.
That's the message. Come down and come and get it. Come and get it. We hungry, come and get it. We scared, come and get it. All of it. Okay? It's just gonna be a little prick. Don't worry about it. It don't hurt that much. You know, that's what they're gonna tell you. Your little stupid ass is gonna take this chip and you're gonna catch the wrath of martial law and catch the wrath of the missiles. Thermonuclear missiles. That was it on that
With that, we're gonna close out. We give all praise, glory, and honor to you.
Ba'Hashem Yahushai, Ba'Hashem Rakakadash.
Good morning to the elder apostles. Great millstone, peace and blessings to the elect tabernacle of David. Now we're gonna say shalom.
Shalom.
This could be the last one. This could be the last camp.